a bark, a bite, an overhand right. Welcome to K9 Boxing. Tonight is Mother's Night and Mother's Day. But yesterday, we had a great fight. We had an upset. Tommy Gunn, we had an upset. And I'd have been upset, yes, if the judges would have got it wrong. But thank God they got it right because that's what we heard in boxing. Favoritism. When the real man or the right man or lady don't get the fair decision, the right decision. Even though they had it close, the right person won. The right person won. And I'm happy about that. And the new, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if we can say in the new because he was already the champion of the world. And Canelo was trying to take his strap. And I built the house. I bet the house on Bivol. Look what I ended up getting, y'all. Oh, bet the house on that man. Look at me. Boy, it got me shining. Yes, summertime, iced out in the diamonds. Messing with Bivol. Messing with Bivol. No, real talk, I don't bet unless it's push-ups. And man, listen, Canelo looked like the same Canelo that fought Floyd Mayweather. Didn't look like nothing changed in that fight. I mean, he just walking, trying to walk Bivol down like a robot, and Bivol was not scared of him. And like SB said, because yes, SB will be in the queue, SB said, Bivol had a good defense. And I was like, he had a good offense. But then I thought about it. I said, well, Canelo was touching up Kovalev. And you know, he penetrated Kovalev. Kovalev defense was terrible. And that's why Kovalev got knocked out. But at the same time, though, Kovalev drained himself, or Canelo drained Kovalev and then knocked him out. Knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out the box. But Bivol was not going for that. You hear me? And I bet the house on him. We living. That's right. Hashtag dogs us. Happy Mother's Day. And I'm quite sure Bivol made his mama proud. She's a proud mama, and she should be, because he beat the boogeyman. And Canelo be going up in weight, fighting everybody. And for some, I don't know what reason, you know, they all be scared of him. Now, Canelo went from pound for pound, the best fighter in the world last night, to where he at now. Is he even on the top 5, top 10? Because Bivol made that look easy. Hashtag easy work. Easy work. Canelo I just think he can just you know, throw bombs at fighters, and that's all he gonna have to do, and he gonna win like that. You know, some guys are throwing bombs back. That's right. Trading bombs. We trade war stories. That's right. And listen, Dmitry deserved a lot of credit, y'all. I mean, who had him winning that fight? Last night we had 37,000 viewers that viewed on a watch party the Canelo versus Dmitry Bivol fight, and out of 100% of the viewers, we had a poll saying who we thought was gonna win. 11% was going with Dmitry Bivol. 11%. Let me rewind that. 11% was going with Dmitry Bivol, and 89% was going with Canelo. So now just imagine if 89% of the people that was going with Canelo bet on them. It's a lot of broke people today. And hopefully, if you did bet, it was light work, because, you know, people done lost houses on bets. You know, if you're going to bet on somebody, you know, if you're going to bet, and I'm not condoning, I'm not saying bet on yourself. There ain't nobody going to put forth the effort more than you are when you know you got your money on the table. And with your money on the table, then you're going to watch cable. You're going to give it all you got. But when it ain't your money on the table, and, you know, Canelo is getting a guaranteed contract of $35 million. Let me rewind that. $35 million. Just think about it. And sometimes in the fight, Canelo wasn't even trying to knock out Bivol. He was up against the ropes like he was sparring, like a sparring session. And whoever was betting on Canelo was like, get off the ropes. Get off the ropes. And he would have looked at them. If they'd have told him that, he'd have heard them say that. He'd be like, do what I want to do. I'm getting guaranteed $35 million. Let me rewind that. I'm getting a guaranteed $35 million. And all you're doing is betting crumbs compared to what Canelo was getting, guaranteed. And some people say that Canelo should have probably took the deal that PBC had on the table. With a 2-fight deal against Jamar Charlo and David Benavidez. And now that you look at it, maybe he should have. Because, you know, nobody gave Dmitry Bivol the credit that he definitely deserves today, other than the 11% of the people that was on my channel last night who was going with him. And of course, they rubbed it in. They rubbed it in. They was like, oh, yeah, K9, I told you. But the people that was going with Canelo, it was like crickets. You didn't hear nothing. They disappeared quickly. You hear me? And yes, B. Jackson, BJ, yes, he was too small. Canelo was just too small. And he's been too small for the longest. It's just that I don't know what it is. Is it the red meat that he was eating that made fighters that he was going up against that were bigger than him afraid of him? Only fighter I didn't see that wasn't afraid of him when he went up in weight was Triple G. But Triple G was past his prime. Triple G looked at bad against Daniel Jacobson. That's when Canelo said, I got him. And went out there. The first fight, in my eyes, he lost. The second fight, he won. Now, would it even be a third fight now that he done lost to Bivol? Because if he go out there and fight Bivol in the same fight he just fought a man, I think he's going to get stopped the next time. Ain't going to go to no decision. And then Dmitry got the power to pick now. He can pick a different arena. He can say, hey, I want to fight him in Russia. I don't fight him in Russia. Now, I wonder, is SB in the live? Because SB is a Canelo fan. And, you know, I like Canelo. But you got to give credit where credit is due. And Dmitry whooped that trick. Yes, he did. And a lot of people wasn't happy about that. And one person that wasn't happy about that was SB. Talking about some, I ain't gonna lie, I was upset. You know, you my dude, but that's my man's in them. That's my man's in them. But guess what? You win some, you lose some. At the end of the day, you got to take your head off to Canelo because nobody was doing what he was doing, you know, in boxing as a man. Now, Clarissa Shields is going up and going down versus women, but there's nobody that's on her level she able to fight to give her that big fight to say she this, that, and some, like the fight between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, which was the most viewed fight in women's boxing history. Wow. Women have come a long way. Now, when will Canelo fight Dmitry Bivol? Now, if it was me, you know, and I got red on, you know, shout out to Red Man or Canelo Alvarez, he red, you know. No shout out to Blood because I'm, you know, in them gangs. I don't throw up signs. But if I was Canelo, I would go past Dmitry Bivol and just say, hey, he was just too big. And go back down in weight and face Triple G. You can't win them all, you know, and I do take my head off to Canelo because he did say he was the better man. But what he did say, and I can't believe, is that he said he felt like he won the fight. Now, hopefully, he saw the fight and he realized he didn't win the fight because, as a champion or as a fighter, you don't know how good you really looks if you don't knock a guy out in a boxing match. A lot of times we think that we won fights that we didn't win until you go back over or go back home and go over the fight and look at it and say, you know what, you were right. Or you know what, I did lose that fight. Canelo did not win that fight. And whoever the judges were that were judging the fight, shame on them. They should be locked up because you don't play with another man's life. And you talking about you messing with his money. I mean, just think about it. This man, I don't think he even got a Twitter because I was looking for him to tag him on Twitter because I did a video, congratulating him or putting out what he said before the fight. And I couldn't tag him because he don't even have a Twitter from what I saw. I'm quite sure if he did have one, he would blow up just like Pitbull did. Pitbull Cruz went from 10,000 followers to beating Gervonta Davis, I don't care what nobody say, to 100,000. And they verified him on Instagram. So all it takes is being a winner. Because once you're a winner, everybody want to associate with you. Now, Dmitry Bivol could be the president now in Russia because he the man. He the man. And he got a country behind him. Now, if I was Dmitry Bivol, I would stay far away from Bill because that man can punch. Yes, that man can crack, and I ain't talking about dope. SB, where you at, champ? See, SB ducking me like Canelo was ducking them double jabs and right hands and hooks. Man, that man was on that man like a K9 t-shirt all night long. All night long. Dmitry, listen, I say he won out of the 12 rounds. I give Dmitry at least 8. I'm going to be nice and give Canelo 3 rounds. But I don't even think he won 3 rounds. So for the judges to have it, whoever had it, 115, 113, the fix was in. And I know Eddie Hearn, he can say what he want to say. He's upset because, he works hand in hand with the zone. And they done messed some money up. And I don't know if it's because Eddie Hearn is jinky, because he done made some bad decisions, or his fighters done made some bad decisions. And one of the baddest decisions he ever made is coming to America with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was on top of the world. And don't get me wrong, he's still on top of the world. Ain't that many fighters today that can have a big name, lose a fight, and still be that guy. One of them guys that can do that is Anthony Joshua. Another guy that can do that, even though he's never lost, is Tyson Fury. And definitely another guy that can do that is Canelo Alvarez. If Floyd was to lose one fight, he would never be the same. They would stone him. They would stone him. Muhammad Ali was able to lose fights, and he was still a man. And so that just let you know, if they like you, if they love you, they're going to stick with you. But it's different. In the UFC, you can lose 10 fights and still be the man. But the check going to continue to change. It's going to go down, 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 down. And I just can't understand how in the heck can Dana White say that boxers are overpaid. Let me rewind that. How in the heck can Dana White say that boxers are overpaid? Now, last time I looked or I watched a boxing match, I never saw a promoter in there fighting. Not Dana White. Not Don King. So how is he going to be able to tell me how much I should get and what I'm worth? You negotiate what you get. Shout out to my dog, Bill Wallet. May he rest in peace. And if you negotiate crumbs, you get crumbs. Now, I don't know who's doing negotiating for the MMA fighters because they getting crumbs on top of crumbs on top of crumbs. And boxers are getting all the cheddar. They getting all the nachos. They getting all the cheese. And I ain't mad at them because last time I looked, I'm a 2-time world champ. So I get in what I fit in. SB, where you at, champ? Yeah, so, yeah, we're about to have SB on this boy in a minute to give her breakdown and what she think of the fight. And, you know, what does she think what happened in a rematch? I mean, it's good to see or hear somebody else's point of view, especially somebody that's on my level to a certain extent, you know, who know what I know, that's been around me and been in this game for over 30 years, like myself. Let's see what SB got to say about Dmitry Bivol. Is Dmitry Bivol a top 10 pound for pound fighter? Is he? Because you know styles make fights. So just because he beat Canelo don't mean he's number one. But is he in the top 10? Is he in the top 5? I don't know. I can tell you this much. He's a good fighter. I can tell you this much. He's a great fighter. Because, you know, Daniel Jacobs, cool dude. But listen, he went in there and dropped the eggs. I mean, this man was bigger than Canelo by far. And, you know, he was backing up like Canelo was the bigger dude. Just think. Kovalev fights at 175. And Kovalev let this man stretch him. Little bitty Canelo, 5'8", you know, man stretched him. Now Amir Khan, he always been chinless. So when Amir Khan knocked out, or when Canelo knocked out Amir Khan, you know, he was supposed to do that. I take my hat off to Amir Khan because Amir Khan, one thing, you know, I could say about him is that man got heart. You win some, you lose some. You ain't gonna win them all. But, you know, for those that want to blaze him and talk about him, how many fights have you had? How many times have you got in the ring and fought somebody? And I ain't even talking about just some amateur fight. I'm talking about professionally. You know, so Amir Khan, you can say what you want to say. He can't take a punch. You know, he's chinless. He got heart. He went up there and fought Canelo Alvarez. Got knocked out, but he went out there and fought a guy way bigger than him. You got to take your hat off to him. Kell Brook went out there and fought Canelo Alvarez. These guys got heart, man. So respect the game, man. You know, most boxers got heart. You know, most MMA fighters got heart. You go out there and take a chance, you know, putting your life, you know, out here, putting your life on the line, and some goofy promoter, you know, Dana White says, you know, boxers are overpaid. I want to say the N word. You crazy? Give me what I'm supposed to get. You know, man, that's crazy. I couldn't believe it. Like, why are boxers overpaid? Is it because MMA fighters are underpaid? Because they ain't getting what they deserve or what they worth. Yeah, and that's real talk. Anybody on here can tell me the truth about that. And yes, this the breaks. Bivol would definitely rag down Caleb Plant. He too little. Too little. And you got to respect anybody that step in that ring. Anybody. Like Jake Paul don't get no respect. He gets a lot of respect for me because he fighting. He could have just stayed on Instagram, or he could have just stayed on YouTube. He decided to get in the ring and say, I can do that. And took it serious. Knocked out a fighter I was training. Wasn't my fault though, you know. I wasn't there. You know, I did the best I could, but you know, I was really upset. You know, when being asked to say he wasn't gonna take me to the fight, you know. But it is what it is. Rusty, what's happening, champ? B Jackson for shizzle. Where my dogs at? Yo, SB, where you at, champ? Yeah, these cowards don't even want to get on this boy. They scared to talk to K9. They know I'm gonna bring that hook, that check hook. Bring it back. Yeah, but man, like I say, if I was Canelo, I would fight Triple G. Because I think Triple G is ready to go. Stop it! I think you're ready to go. Yeah, I think you're ready to go. And but who knows now, Who knows now? Maybe Triple G, you know what I mean, might have saw that fight and said, I can beat him. Maybe the confidence level went up, Uh-oh.
What's up, big fella?
Hey, what it do, champ? What's happening with you?
Hey, this fight last night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo, you was going with Bivol, wasn't you?
Say what?
You was going with Dmitry, wasn't you?
Nah, Canelo. All day. I was a little too cocky that Canelo would win.
Too
I
cocky.
mean, and I probably should have did more research on the what's his name? What's his name? Bivol. Yeah, I should have did more research on Bivol, but I didn't. I'm like, okay, Canelo he got this in the bag. He gonna win this fight. I thought that the fight would turn out more like the Plant fight. How it looked like it was competitive with Plant. It wasn't Canelo just didn't blow him out like he did Kovalev. So I thought it would turn out like that to where Canelo would catch him in the later rounds, but it didn't.
Stop it. Nope.
It didn't. It didn't turn out like that.
Right. Yeah, of course.
So I was shocked. I was one of the
Shocked.
ones looking at the screen, wanted to cheer Canelo on, but I was shocked how the Bivol handled him so easily like that.
Yeah. Hey, Canelo just too little. I mean, hey, eventually a big man gonna be the little man all day. That's why you got weight classes. And Canelo was picking and choosing good, but he picked somebody that wasn't scared of him. He picked somebody that was big and wasn't going nowhere and had a good defense. He picked the wrong guy. He did a great job in picking and choosing until last night. He caught up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's your man's in them.
Yeah, but they gonna judge him, they gonna ridicule him and and all that stuff. But this man, he started at welterweight. Was he junior welterweight? Or did he start at 147? Think he fought junior welterweight before, didn't he?
I don't know, but hey, he should have pumped his brakes when it came to fighting Dmitry Bivol. I don't know what it was that he saw in Dmitry that he felt like that he can expose. Hey, so Glover said he started at 147, but he should have stopped at 168. Now at 168, if Bivol was fighting at 168, then maybe he could have gave Canelo problems. But Bivol probably walk around weighing 200. And I think Canelo is blew up. He's a blew up fighter, He's sucked up in weight. Hey, listen, I don't know. I don't want to say he on steroids because he already down, so I don't want to kick him. But word on the streets though, he be eating that meat. He be eating that meat. And hey, maybe he can't get down to weight no more because once you're on them roids, I know people on roids now. I know a young lady, was in a car accident and she had to take them roids, to try to, get her strength back up. And she went from weighing 120 something to now she like 200 something. So them
Okay.
roids will blow
Let me
you up.
ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think that Bivol is better than Benavidez?
Bivol is better than Benavidez, the one at 168, because I get it mixed up.
Yeah, Benavidez. Better
Yeah,
Vive and
definitely. Definitely. He got
Benavidez.
way more skills. He
Okay.
probably
Is he better than Charlo?
who? Bivol?
Yeah.
Yeah. He better than both of them.
Okay. So a lot of people will say, well, Canelo picking and choosing, right? And he took the easier route, doing a deal with Eddie Hearn than he would have done with PBC.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is he choosing the easier fight, before they fought, if Bivol is better than Benavidez and Charlo?
Well, everybody
But a
thought
lot of
that.
people, but see, a lot of people didn't know that until last
Okay,
night, though.
then. That's what I'm about to say. Everybody
But
thought that until last night.
Bivol had like over 200 amateur fights.
Well,
The
hey.
man, he's 19-0, where he's 20-0 now.
Hey, well, did you
But
know that going into the fight last night?
yes, I knew that. I knew that.
Okay,
I
well,
saw an
then maybe
interview
you
with
should have
him.
said to yourself, you know what? Hey, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought. Or
But
maybe you
see,
was just watching what Canelo's been doing to his previous opponents. But
but
now,
see,
you know,
but
you take it
but
into
I think,
consideration.
but I think, see, a lot of people want to discredit Canelo and his team, but I think that Canelo knew what he was getting involved with. I'm pretty sure he thought that though Bivol is the type of fighter that he is, that he could still crack the code. He came in the fight confident, like he could still beat him. But I think that they knew what they were getting involved with as far as the experience that Bivol has.
I doubt it.
I think so. I see a lot of people discredit Canelo like he's some type of punk or something. He's
No,
not
I
a
ain't say
punk.
all
That
that.
man is smart. That man is
No.
smart. Yeah. And then another thing is, a lot of people probably disagree with me with this, is people say he picking and choosing, which, he paid his dues to be able to choose who he want to fight, just like Floyd did. But when you sit up here and you fight, you started at 147, you did your thing at 54, you even went to 160, you went to 168, and then 175. He fought all the guys at 50. Who did he duck at 54?
Uh,
All the
he
guys that was
ducked
hot
me.
when he was champion. I'm
Me.
talking about once he, developed into the guy he is now. The guy as he was climbing the
Me.
rankings.
He
All
ain't listen.
right,
He
come
done.
on, come on, stay focused, stay with me.
I am stand focused. He
Who
dug
did
me.
he
I'm
duck
telling you
at
like it
50
is.
besides you? Who did he duck at 54? The guys with the names supposed to be had the names like him. Who did he duck at
Well, he didn't
54?
fight. He didn't fight Cotto in his prime. Who else? Let me see. Who else he didn't fight? What? I gotta admit that yeah, Canelo did fight everybody because he didn't have to fight Aristotlandi Lara at 154. So
Okay.
yeah, at 154,
Mm-hmm.
he did fight everybody. Now, I think if he would have fought one of them Charlo brothers at 154 at that time, he didn't have the experience he got now. Or Demetrius Andrade, Boo Boo. If he fought one of them guys at that time, who knows who would have won? I mean, who knows who would have won or what would have happened?
See, where
Now,
I'm getting at is all the guys that people wanted to see him fight, to where his back was against the wall. He fought those guys. People were saying he was scared of Trout. People were saying he was scared of Lara.
no,
And he fought the guys that people wanted to see him fight at the time. And then he
uh,
went to 160. Like who was at 160 that he could have fought? Okay, he fought Triple G. He fought
yes,
Danny
after
Jacobs.
Triple G looked bad against
Okay,
Daniel
but
Jacobs.
come on, stay. Let me get. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just answering, I'm just breaking it, up, saying what
No,
I
but
say. Well,
just let me talk. Let me talk. Unless you want to go ahead and talk. Go ahead. You can talk.
I mean, look, when you making points, and I feel I'm making points, I'm making points too. And you said who did he fight at 160? He fought Triple G. I'm basically saying that Triple G was not the same. When Triple G looked ordinary, and he and that knockout streak that he had stopped when he fought against Daniel Jacobs. And some people think Daniel Jacobs beat him. Canelo fought him right after that. Immediately.
Okay.
Immediately.
So who besides Triple G and Danny Jacobs could he have fought at 160 during that time when he moved up? Who was a dangerous fighter
Boo Boo Andrade.
besides them two?
Boo Boo Andrade.
Okay. You say Boo Boo Andre. Okay, so he fight Triple G, he fight Danny Jacobs, and then he moved up and fought Kovalev, right? After Danny Jacobs, right?
I don't know. I know he
Yeah, he
fought him.
moved up and he moved up from 68 and then fought at 175. See, people they like to discredit Canelo, but he's making challenges. He's taking on challenges. He went from 68 and said, okay, I ain't staying down here. I'm gonna go up and fight Kovalev. Okay, yeah, Kovalev was a little over the hill, but he still took the challenge and fought 175. Now the guys, now his peers will sit up here, they ridicule him, he lost and all that. But Is Benavidez gonna go up? Will go up to 175 and fight Better Beef? Will he go up and fight Bivol? Will
Who?
Charlo go up
Who?
there and fight a guy at 68? Will he
Who?
fight Benavidez?
Who?
See, these guys like to
I'm asking you who
say.
though?
These
Who'd you
guys like
say?
to say. They like to say how Canelo's picking and chooses, but Canelo is climbing the ladder. He is accepting challenges, but
I'm,
these guys don't want to accept the challenges.
I'm asking you, who did you say is not doing that or won't do that?
Benavidez.
Oh, Benavidez. Benavidez, he called out Charlo.
He called out Charlo, who
He
fight
called out
160. I'm
Plant.
talking about. I'm talking about what Canelo is doing. Canelo is fighting at 175. He then took over 168. He not only fighting guys in his weight class, but he's fighting guys that's way bigger than him. But what I'm trying to get at is he is fighting the ultimate challenges. He's not only fighting guys in his weight class, he's going up 2 weight classes fighting these big old guys.
That's true.
But see,
Hey, hey.
is Benavidez willing to go up to 175 and fight Bivol? Will he fight Better Beef?
Akeem, tell him
Will
again.
Jamal Charlo go up and fight Benavidez? See, these guys ain't willing to do what
Oh, no,
Canelo is
no,
doing.
no. Hey, no, that's true. That's true. I mean, listen, I'm not discrediting Canelo. I mean, he wasn't pound for pound the best fighter in the world until last night for a reason. The man can fight. The man got heart, and cats was scared of him. But just like Mike Tyson, when a guy said, I'm going to fight the boogeyman back, or I'm going to fight the bully back, he lost. When
Now,
Buster Douglas said, I'm gonna fight Mike Tyson back, I ain't scared of him, he lost. Same thing with the bully. When the bully get
Akeem the Great said Canelo a cherry. Okay, let me ask you this, Akeem. Is okay, we know Charlo is a cherry. I can't even say that about him. So, okay, who is Benavidez a cherry? Like, I just don't. I understand that Canelo is selecting his opponents,
of
but
course.
like I said, his opponents, he is going a step higher to fight a challenge. Though he moving up 2 weight classes above his weight and fighting these guys. Like, who else doing that?
Hey, listen.
I'm just saying, man.
Hey,
Put
look,
that man
listen,
some
like I
respect.
say,
Put some
I
respect
get it,
on
man.
Canelo name.
I get a man credit, but when you're in a position that you can fight whoever you want to fight, it's similar to Jake Paul. This guy ain't fighting nobody, but he got the power to pick because he has a YouTube presence. He has a lot of followers, so he's able to pick who he want to step in the ring with. Canelo can say, even though Canelo lost to Bivol, he's still bigger than Bivol. And it'll be a money fight for Bivol. Bivol won't make the same kind of money that Canelo made last night, even though he beat Canelo. Because Canelo's a superstar, and he still has the power to pick if he want to fight Bivol next, or if he want to fight Charlo, if he want to fight Bubu Andres, or if he want to retire. He got the power to do what he want to do.
Man, Canelo, I don't care what none of y'all say. None of y'all talking about he's a cherry and cherry picking gone wrong. Man, them guys, you know how much experience Canelo got in his camp? You know
Hey,
how experienced that man is and how experienced Eddie Reynoso and all them is?
yeah.
Man, that guy knew what he was getting involved with. I just think that he was a little overconfident with his ability. But Bivol, I keep saying the ball.
It's
Bavard,
Bivol. Bivol.
Bavard
Get his name right.
stepped
He the
up to
champ.
the challenge,
Get his
man.
name right. He whooped
I
that
think,
trick. Get
man,
his name right. Bivol.
hey,
Dmitry.
hear me out. I
I'm
think
hearing
that
you out. Hear me out. The
Bivol,
champ is here.
all right, bro. See, bro. Hey, y'all, it's hard to talk to K9, man. He would not let you talk.
Man, you've been doing all the talking. What are
He
you
would
talking
not let
about?
you talk. I think Bivol fought the perfect fight.
Yeah,
I think he
exactly.
fought the perfect fight
Come on, somebody. That's
from the
right.
defensive end to the offensive end. I
Yeah.
think that if if um if if Canelo could have been landing them shots that he usually land on other guys, and Bivol would have been landing his shots, it'd have been a totally different fight. Canelo could not land on this man. He became frustrated. Not only could he land on him, this man keep hitting him every time he turned, and he can't. You know how Canelo like to fight in spurts. That man would not let Canelo breathe. Every time Canelo take a step back, he hit him with a jab.
Classic said Canelo needs to stay away from that man. Agree 100%.
To be honest, I don't think
over 200 fights.
To be honest, I don't think Canelo gonna take that rematch.
I don't think so either. He gonna say, you know what, that guy, you know, and remember he gonna listen to his team because or whatever his trainer, I think his name is Reynoso, say he gonna do. If Reynoso say, let's just fight Triple G, and then after that, I would listen. I would take my head off to Canelo, even if he say, hey, he's a bigger man, he beat me, you know, I'm straight. You know, he might make up an excuse and say, I don't want to fight him because they want us to take a low ball and they want us to fight him in Russia, and we don't agree with the judges or who's gonna judge the fight. So if Canelo wins for Triple G next and beat Triple G, and then went and signed a contract with PBC and fought Benavidez and Charlo, I would applaud him for that.
Nah, he not fighting Bivol again. He's saying exactly what he's supposed to say. I want the rematch. I want this. He is not gonna get in that ring with that man again because I agree. He definitely shouldn't have been fighting light heavyweight. Stay at super middleweight. But like I said, that man, he got more heart than people give him credit for. That man went up to light heavyweight. Like, is Floyd doing stuff like that? Did Floyd ever do stuff like that? That's what I'm saying.
Hey, yeah, Floyd did that.
Man,
and you know, I ain't a Floyd. I'm not a Floyd fan. Let me talk. And I ain't a Floyd fan. But Floyd came all the way up from 130 to fight 154. So that's a 24-pound weight difference. I mean, but at the same time, he was able to pick and choose. Same thing Canelo did. Same thing Oscar De La Hoya did. Same thing Jake Paul doing. Same thing Canelo did.
Okay, so why a lot of people giving Mayweather these passes and not giving Canelo no passes?
Because you don't get no pass.
Exactly.
So
that's my point. That's my point.
Millions.
You can't lay the red carpet out for one fighter and then just throw the other fighter under the bus and they supposed to be doing the same thing.
Let me ask you a question. Are you a Canelo fan?
I love to watch Canelo fight.
Okay, then. Okay.
And I like watching Floyd Mayweather fight. I like watching Floyd fight too.
Uh-oh.
I like watching Floyd and I like watching Canelo fight.
So if you had to watch one of them two fights, which fight you gonna watch? I mean, it was both of them was on pay-per-view on the same day, because you know Floyd liked to fight on the Cinco de Mayo days, like Canelo. And you had no choice but to watch one or the other. Which one would you watch?
I'm watching Canelo because the most likely I'm gonna see a knockout. I don't want to watch.
You ain't see one last night.
No 12-round fight. Which Floyd Mayweather, he is talented. That man will put on a boxing clinic, and it's entertaining, especially when he's fighting against a guy that's aggressive, trying to knock his head off. But I want to see knockouts. I want to see somebody get stretched.
Did you see the Madonna fight?
That's what I'm paying my money for.
Did you see the Madonna fight? You said a guy coming forward, aggressive. Come on, somebody.
Man, but see, it was interesting because Madonna clipped Floyd. He caught him.
Okay, then. So
I want to see knockouts, man. Man, you taught you that. I want to see knockouts. Knockout sales.
We ain't see one last night.
I want to see knockouts. But it was entertaining because people are so happy. Just like when Floyd fought, people want to see this man lose. People were so happy that Canelo lost.
Talk to him, Gino. They don't talk to him.
And they like, yeah, he picked the wrong cherry pick. All right, that's all. That's funny.
Yeah.
But this man went up there. And see, that's why I keep saying, is Bivol better than Benavidez? So they say he ducked Benavidez and Charlo to fight Bivol, but Bivol better than both of them.
And you got to remember, though, styles make fights. So, you know, just because Bivol, I believe, is better than both guys, you know, that don't mean that he will actually fight good against those guys. You know, styles make fights. What he did to Canelo, Bivol probably. I mean, Benavidez probably wouldn't have been able to do. Styles make fights,
Yeah.
and just because he beat Canelo, don't mean he's the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. It's a
Nah.
different style.
Absolutely.
Hey. Let me tell everybody that's on here on Facebook, to tune in on YouTube, K9 Boxing, so y'all can actually, what I'm saying, comment and get it from the channel. Yeah, we got SB in the
Akeem,
building.
Akeem,
SB, huh?
Akeem. Who at 160? You said he got unfinished business at 160. Who? Charlo?
Who said that? I didn't say that.
Nah, it's on the screen. Akeem the Great.
Oh,
Hey y'all. Hey, if y'all wanna tap in and go live with us, y'all can hit the link and go live with us.
absolutely, absolutely. Me call in K. Let me call in K9.
There
That's
you
right. You on
go.
my team. Hey,
There you go. Here's the
tap
link
the
right
link.
there.
All you gotta do is hit the link. There you go. Tap in, but keep it professional. Keep it. Hey, it's right there. The link is right there.
I think but I think this really humbled Canelo, and it really gonna help him really develop his game, because he just try to go in and think he can bully everybody and knock everybody out. I
The
think that
link is
this
on YouTube.
I think
Go
that
ahead.
this loss is gonna really develop his game and bring the best out of him. Cause
Yeah.
he gonna know that, hey, I can't walk everybody down. Now
And
it
that's all
might
he been doing. He
now
hasn't been
wait, wait,
showing no
wait,
skills.
wait.
Listen,
It might work.
knockouts do sell,
It might work.
SB, but he ain't been showing no
let me
skills. Just
let me come on, let me get it off. It might work at 160. It might even work at 168, but I hope he don't go back to 175 and fight no more guys there. But
why not?
Canelo, cuz I don't want to see him at 175. Stay where you're strongest at.
Man, he
Canelo,
knocked out. He knocked out
it
Kovalev at
it
175. You just gotta
showed
pick and choose the
that
right fight.
he need to develop more of his skills, and I think he do have these skills. But why use them if you don't really need them? You could just go, and these guys are scared of you. You could just go in and just aggressively dismantle these guys. Why not do it? But I think it's gonna make him a better fighter, and I think it kind of gave him some humble pie, and he gonna come back stronger than ever, man. That's what I think.
Man, listen, he blessed. Now you see why he didn't take on Bivol. He already know.
We got Secure the Tribe in the chat. I mean,
Oh yeah, I see.
room.
I hear somebody. I see somebody. What's happening? Yo, hello.
You on mute?
Hey, one moment. I'm getting some headphones, bro. One moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Hey, listen, Styles make fights. If I was Canelo, I would stay away from Boo Andres too, Jackson, because that ain't a crowd pleasing fight for him. And one thing for sure is you don't want to get booed out the arena. I want to fight, guys that's gonna make me look good. And even though he might have beat Boo Andres, the crowd probably would have booed him to death, like they was booing Bivol before he won, and made Canelo look like easy work. And who probably was hating big time and was loving it? Floyd Mayweather. Because he already is a hater. You know what I'm saying? He want to be the only person doing good. But it is what it is.
Let me ask you, who can Charlo fight at 160? Cause this man ain't been fighting nobody. Who can get?
Benavidez.
He not coming down to 160 though.
Oh, well.
Who can
Hey,
Charlo?
listen, if
Hey, y'all in
Charlo
the
willing to
chat.
go up to 168 to fight Canelo, he need to
Hey,
go up the weight
chat.
and
Who
fight
can
Caleb
who
Plant
who
or
can Charlo
Benavidez.
chat? Who can Charlo fight at 160? That would get y'all respect,
Hey,
because
did the
he
Brody
hasn't
get his
fought really nobody since he been at 160.
did he
So
get did he
who?
get his headphones?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Andrade.
Yeah.
Andrade at what? Andrade went to 168, right? Yeah, his fight coming up will be at 168. Andrade fight. He went to 168.
Hey, yeah, what up, though, Brody? What you got to say?
Yeah, I got a question. I want to know. Okay,
Andrade
so
fight. He went to
the
168.
speaker's giving
Oh, who's that?
Canelo
Hey,
credit.
what up, though, Brody? What you got to say?
Yeah, I got a question. I want to know. Okay,
Andrade
so
fight. He went to
the
168.
speaker's giving.
Oh, who's that? What happened?
And we got an
Hold on.
echo. I
Yeah,
can't.
I
I
got a
can't hear
delay.
what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I think it's off. No, I think Russ. Rusty stuff was doing the delay.
Hey, Russ. Yeah, I don't know. Rusty, what up? Yeah, you know we can't hear you. Yeah, hey, don't look
No,
like
I
the
don't think it. I don't think it was his.
I don't
No,
know.
tell him. I can't come back up. I think it was the other guy's microphone.
Yeah, we might have to just keep talking because it ain't working for them right now. I want them to go live, but you know, we got a good thing going right now. This conversation is good, but things can keep dropping, you know, it ain't a good look.
All right, what's up with this weekend with Charlo and Castano? Where we going with that?
Hey, I don't know because I think Charlo might make adjustments. You know, I think you know that Errol Spence, who has supposedly have fought Castano and lost to him in the amateurs, told Charlo the man can fight, the man can punch, the man this, the man that, and Charlo said, "Oh, he can." And I think Charlo, you know, we gave him too much respect, didn't fight the normal fight that he normally fights, and looked the way he looked. And I think Castano got robbed. That man right now should be the undisputed champion of the world, the first ever undisputed Germanweight champion of the world. So yeah, but like I say, I think Charles gonna come in with a vengeance, to prove that you know that wasn't the real him. And I think, even though I hate to say it, I think he gonna pull off the victory.
You think Charlo gonna get him this time?
Yeah, I think he gonna. Hey, listen, I think he gonna do whatever it takes. You gotta remember, people don't remember or don't know, or you know, like I say, don't remember that Charlo can actually box. Jamel Charlo can actually box, and I think he gonna go to this boxing. He gonna box a little bit, but he gonna go fighting too. I think he probably could outfight Castano. I think he gave Castano too much respect, and his best chances of winning that fight is to try to go for the knockout.
Yeah, I think Charlo. I think he lost the first fight.
Yeah,
And
man. All right, now, Rusty, are you live? I mean, can I hear you?
still can't hear him. Nope, we can't hear you.
I can't hear him.
Yeah,
Yes, hit the likes for sure. Hit the likes, guys, because I don't know if they're hitting the likes or not. Yeah.
But Castano said he coming for the knockout. He said he's not letting it go to the judges.
Well, my slogan: "Don't bark if you can't bite." So, hey, he may have won the fight that they had. In my eyes, it ain't like he was doing a lot of biting though. When I say biting, he wasn't really biting down, but he did enough to win. But he going in for the kill, and a lot of times you go for the knockout or you look for the knockout, you mess around and get knocked out.
They both said they looking for the knockout, so
you
it
said
should be
what
a good
now?
fight. They both said they looking for the knockout.
Well, maybe we might see a double knockdown like me and Saku Pao.
I hope so.
Maybe it might be a good fight, entertaining, one for the ages. So far, though, you gotta admit that we done have some great fights starting off the new year. Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor is close to being a fight of the year. That fight and Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder were bang outs, were great fights.
Do you think Serrano won the fight, or did the right person win?
Oh man, I think Serrano won the fight, or I think it was a draw. I don't think Katie Taylor won because she had a couple of things in her disadvantage. First of all, the fight was in New York, and second of all, she got hurt bad. And third of all, the fight was in New York, and like I say, she got hurt real bad. And the fight was in New York. So, when it's like that, and it was both girls, what I mean, were top-notch girls. It was no A side in my eyes, but clearly the A side was the promoter who had the bigger bank, which was Eddie Hearn, and they took that strap back to Ireland. Shout out to my dog Andy Lee from Ireland.
I
But
think
listen, it's a
I
dirty
think
game,
Katie
but
won. I think Katie won the fight.
you do?
I
mean,
think
she didn't.
Serrano. I think she let some rounds get away,
Yeah.
I think she let the last 3 rounds get away. Yeah, she definitely eased up on Katie, and maybe she got tired, a little fatigue or something, but I think Katie pulled it off. I think it was the right decision.
I don't know. I would have called it a draw. I don't think either girl deserved to get a L. And with all them people screaming for Amanda Serrano, they being in Amanda Serrano's hometown and being that close, I don't know. I could see a draw. I don't feel like neither female should have lost that fight. It should have been a draw, and we should have saw a rematch. And
Yeah, I
we
hope
might
they
still
win
see a
that.
rematch, but if you can't win in your own hometown in a fight that you hurt a girl, which was close, then you definitely ain't about to win if it's a close fight. And even if it ain't a close fight, they go to a decision in Ireland.
Hey Jeff Langston, I've been saying that for the longest. Mangua and Charlo. I would love to see that fight.
Yeah, I would too. I would too. I would like to see McGuire and Triple G. I like to see McGuire and whoever he get in the ring with, because that boy done got good. He done got real good.
What about Mangua and Charlo? Mangua and Triple G and Charlo. You still want to see that fight?
No, I think Triple G days, are behind him, or far behind him. He's not the same fighter anymore. I don't want someone, getting credit for being somebody who ain't the same. Like, when I lost my fight to Charlo, I was clearly not the same. I was injured, and it's hard to get credit, to a guy who beat somebody that's a little past their prime or injured, or who passed their prime. And Triple G is past his prime. And only reason why Triple G don't mind fighting Canelo is because he's gonna make a boatload of money. And with the Charlo fight, he can fight Joe Nobody and still get the same amount of money. And and Charlo, they some opportunists. They gonna go for the biggest buck for the leastest chances to have to take.
Gino said Canelo ain't overrated. How many fighters start at 140 and can bang at 175? That's what I'm saying, man. Just
Gino is a Canelo fan.
Canelo is really taking chances. Yeah. He would be a fool to go up there and fight Better Beef.
How many guys can do that?
What idiot would go up there and fight him?
Shoot, he just fought Bivol. Bivol fight 175. It's the same thing.
No, Bivol, in his interview that he had in his post-fight interview, he even made it clear. He said some guys he rated Canelo's power. He said he got some pop. He said some guys, which is true, is born with power. He said he's not born with power, but he could throw a power shot. So he admitted it. He's not a powerful puncher. Now, Better be, please, you trying to commit suicide going up there fighting him, and you little Canelo like him.
Listen, Canelo, in my opinion, don't have a better resume than Manny Pacquiao. Now, you talk about who won up in weight classes to fight who in higher weight classes. Nobody did it better than Manny Pacquiao. The man started boxing at 106. He fought from 106 all the way to 154. Now, talk to me. Tell me something.
Yeah, Pacquiao is a monster. I like Pacquiao.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a Pacquiao fan.
So who got the better resume between Manny Pacquiao and Canelo Alvarez?
Do we have to actually say, like, is that...
We got to go that route. Who you think got the better resume?
Is that a rhetorical question? Because that don't even make no sense. Of course, Pacquiao fought everybody.
Okay, then. Canelo had fought everybody too. Leave it up to you. He fought everybody.
No.
Yes.
No.
Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather. Canelo fought Bivol, Kovalev. He fought Shane Mosley. He fought Miguel Cotto. Yes.
Come on now. Let me ask you this. When Canelo fought Shane Mosley, he fought Cotto.
Yes.
Who fought him first? Who fought him first? Pacquiao fought him first, right? So he got Pacquiao's leftovers and Mayweather's leftovers.
Stop it!
But I have to say that
Mayweather leftovers. Mayweather ain't left nothing over.
I have to say I love Canelo, but I have to say that when you put him up against Pacquiao, come on now, you can't even compare the two.
You love Canelo. Wow.
You can't even compare the two.
This Mother's Day. Wow.
You can't compare Canelo's resume with Pacquiao's resume.
What? You can't say that one more time. Rewind that. What you say again?
You can't compare the two resumes, man.
So who resume is book way better?
Pacquiao's.
Okay then, but no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And that's you can argue about that one because go look at the resume that Canelo got though. Canelo has been going up, even though he's been cherry picking, and Manny Pacquiao haven't been cherry picking. Manny Pacquiao went up and fought everybody. He didn't care. Listen, he ended Antonio Margarita's career. And Antonio Margarito almost ended Miguel Cotto's career with those plasters. But go look how many belts. You know, even though, don't get me wrong, and I agree with you, Manny Pacquiao has won more world titles in higher weight classes than anybody. But Canelo has won a lot of belts too. He done went up and won a lot of belts too. And were hand-picked fights, you know. But Canelo ain't got a bad resume. But I think his resume is overrated.
When you pit him against Pacquiao, I mean, that's no question.
Who you think had a better resume than between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather?
Floyd Mayweather, he lost to Castillo, right?
Not on paper. I said resume.
Resume.
Resume. Who y'all think got a better resume? Floyd Mayweather, called himself TBE, never lost, fought some of everybody, fought some of the same people. Manny Pacquiao fought Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, some everybody. He fought what's the man that caught him and hurt him real bad? I can't think what's his name. Are you there?
Who you talking about?
He fought my man twice. What's the guy name?
Madonna.
Madonna. There we go. Madonna. Michael Virgin. Not that Madonna, but Madonna.
Bivol, yeah, look, I'm giving Canelo his flowers now, but Bivol, that he's a beast. He is a beast. That so now boy you're a Bivol is a fan, beast. Right? Nah, I'm just keeping it 100. That guy, I'm not people. I don't want people to think by me giving Canelo credit that I'm not giving Bivol his credit. Exactly. Bivol is a beast. He's a beast.
For sure.
And like I said, I think that Canelo knew that he was a great fighter and he was a beast like that. But Canelo, he just believed in himself and he got humbled. He lost.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Zab Judah did hurt Floyd. And man, Shane Mosley hurt Floyd the hardest, the most. Man, he almost knocked Floyd out. Yeah, but what's next for Canelo Alvarez though? I think he should fight Triple G. Yep. And then he should sign a contract with PBC and fight Charlo first, and then fight Bivol. Or Benavidez.
What? Okay, let me ask you this in the chat too, if y'all can comment, because this is a real question. What makes Charlo be able to be worthy to be in the same ring with Canelo? Is it the hype? Is it he's undefeated? Is he a black fighter? Like, this is a real question. What gives him and makes him worthy to be able to be in the ring with Canelo?
Listen, Charlo has a bigger name than Dmitry Bivol. So if Dmitry Bivol can be in the ring, SB, am I right or wrong?
Yeah, okay, you froze. Yeah. You said if Bivol can be in the ring with Canelo, Charlo should be able to?
Exactly. Why Charlo can't? He got a bigger name. He a twin.
Man, and that don't mean nothing. Who have he fought at 160?
He ain't got to fight. He a world champion.
Man, come on now.
He ain't fought nobody, but he a world champ.
I'm serious. Like, this is a serious question. Like, people just
act like telling you, he a world champ. He got a big name. He paid his dues.
Okay, is Charlo a cherry picker? Yes or no? That's for
So
the
is
chat.
Canelo.
Chat.
So is Floyd.
We're not talking about. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out why is everybody screaming that he needs to fight Charlo? Like, what has Charlo? Okay, besides being a world champion, what has Charlo done to where, oh, you fight Charlo, then you're going to be the best ever. You beat Charlo. Like, what is it about Charlo that he needs to beat him? Will people give Canelo his respect if he fight Charlo and beat him? That's what I'm trying to figure that out.
I mean, listen, it's gonna
Is
always be
Charlo the
doubters.
gatekeeper
It's
to
gonna
Canelo's
always be
greatness?
doubters. You know what I mean? And hey, I don't care who he fight, because at the end of the day, I ain't getting a nickel from him. And I'm just, I'm gonna support him because hey, people gonna support him. And this is what we do. We commentate and we talk boxing because this is what we do. So, hey, Charlo, I want to see him get in the ring with somebody that's on his level or that's higher than him to see if he can go ahead and beat somebody that's on a higher level or that there's a chance that he can lose.
Now, Dylan said, oh, shoot, my phone let it go out. Hello? I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry
can you
about
hear
the
me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry about the
Yeah. Dylan said he's a great challenge.
Who?
Now, okay, what
Okay.
makes him a great challenge? But being that he hasn't fought anybody at 160, it's like he's sitting around waiting for a Canelo fight. Is it because he's a black fighter? Is it because like, I guess, what is it about him?
Hype.
That
He got a lot of
no,
hype
because I'm
going on
trying to
for
figure out,
himself.
because everybody keeps screaming Charlo, like Charlo is the gatekeeper
Undefeated.
to Canelo's greatness or something.
He undefeated, and he got a lot of hype going on by himself.
So it's the hype. It's the
It's the
hype.
hype.
Okay, it's the hype.
Man, listen, when you go to a Floyd fight, more than just the fact that Floyd is a good fighter, you're going because of the hype. You know that when he fight, you're gonna probably see a superstar. You might see Shaquille O'Neal. You might see Michael Jordan. All the celebrities gonna come out. So it's an event. Am I right or wrong?
Hey,
Now I'm not saying that the Charlo fight is gonna be an event with Canelo, but you could push that fight. PBC, Al Haymon and them wasn't offering Canelo $100 million to fight Charlo and Benavidez for nothing. So evidently they see something in Charlo that they feel like, he has a chance to beat Canelo. Because ain't nobody putting up money like that. Just to be
So
putting
it's
money up
the
like
hype
that.
then. It's the hype. And I
Okay
get it.
then.
Okay. It's the hype. I get it. I get it. So if he go out there and he knocked Charlo out, so would Canelo be considered the greatest? Because people keep calling for that fight. Like, and then the
I
guy
mean,
Dylan said, who's saying he's the gatekeeper? I'm just saying how people just like, if Canelo fight Charlo, like he's scared of Charlo. Like, Charlo ain't really fought nobody at 160. Why would he be scared of Charlo? Is it the hype? Is it because he's a black fighter? He's powerful. Okay,
I
I
don't
get
know.
that.
Hey,
I understand that. If that's the reasoning, I understand that. But
hey,
what if
listen,
he
I
fight
think,
Charlo? What if he fight Charlo and knock Charlo out? Then what? Everybody gonna give Canelo his credit then?
hey,
That's what I'm
well,
just trying to
listen,
figure out. I'm
he
just,
ain't getting no credit now because he just lost. He ain't getting no credit now. So back to the drawing board. But at the end of the day, guess what? He still got a big name. And that's what I don't respect about boxing. Once you made it, you done became a world champ, you should forever be able to fight and people should support you. In boxing, you lose one fight and it's over with. And that's terrible. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Talk to me. Triple G versus Magua in December? No. I think Magua will knock Triple G out. I tell you, Triple G, I like Triple G, but he's past his prime. He passed his prime. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Spider Moose, what's up, champ? Champ, what's up, champ? Talk to me. Hey, Canelo might retire. You ain't lying. Hey, not you Americans, because I don't care if you're black, white. If you can fight, you can fight. That's my new rap. I don't care if you're black or white. If you can fight, you can fight. How you like that? How you love that? Huh? Hey, I feel like I was ripped off to a certain extent because they told me if I had the zone, I wasn't gonna have to pay pay-per-view. I could just get the app and I'm good. But then guess what they did? They made me spend more money. And on top of that, they still owe me. They made me spend twice. SB, where you at? We got to let them know that you can't charge me twice. They'll charge me twice.
I hope it was a mistake. It probably was a mistake, though. Hopefully.
Oh, man. Hey, if y'all new to the channel, man, this is me and SB channel, K9 Boxing. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because SB and K Nizzle about to go live a lot more often. I knew that if me and SB got on this boy, we would kill it because one thing I can't say is SB know a lot about boxing and would definitely eat up a lot of these guys talking that boxing talk because, man, she learned from the best. Yours truly.
Right.
But
I feel you, Jay Smith. I thought it was going to be a robbery, too. And I'm a Canelo fan, and I was just hoping that they wouldn't rob Bivol. I was really hoping they wouldn't rob him.
Man, they tried to. They had it 115, 113. And I don't know who was watching the fight. Was this somebody that had COVID and or what? I don't know what happened. But that fight was almost a robbery. But at the end of the day, long as the right person got it. And it was by UD, unanimous decision.
I scored it 9-3 for Bivol.
Hey, me too. Me too. Yeah, hey, me too. 9-3. Canelo had no clue on what to do. And to a certain extent, he was acting arrogant because he was down and he was still on the ropes. Like, come on. Like, come on, what? I'm winning. I'm not about to fall into a trap. I'm winning. You got to make the fight. You got to knock me out to win because I'm gonna head on the scorecards.
You know what's funny?
You come on.
That I thought was funny that Canelo said in a post-fight interview. He said he didn't know. They asked him, "Did you feel any urgency? Did you feel like you was down in the fight?" He said no.
Wow.
Now I think that was cap. He knew he was down in that fight. He knew. It's just that he couldn't get a rhythm. He couldn't really hit Bivol, and he was frustrated. So I remember a couple of them rounds, he started off real strong. He came out real strong, like he tried to knock Bivol out. And then in the middle of the round, he started backpedaling. He couldn't do nothing. He was frustrated.
Yeah. I agree. Hey, the right man won, and I'm happy. Boxing did good last night. The day before Mother's Day, they told the truth. The right person finally got it right. And if we can continue to put on fights like that and the right person get the W, then boxing will get back to where it used to be. Now, whether they do or not, so what? Fighters are eating. Hey, the emoji with the dollar sign right here with the dollar sign hanging out the mouth all day. Fighters getting paid. And Dana White, tell me what you think about Dana White saying that boxers are being overpaid.
Yeah, I think that was ludicrous for him to say that.
We ain't talking about the rapper. No, it was ludicrous.
Yeah, it was crazy for him to say that because, like, that goes to show you with Tyson Fury. This man sold out a stadium. So you telling me that he's overpaid? He's still, what is it, 90 capacity seat stadium? So okay, if Tyson Fury not getting the money, if they not paying Tyson Fury 50-60 million, then where's the money going? In the promoter's pocket. So you gonna tell me this man don't deserve $60 million and he's selling out a stadium?
Exactly. And that's right.
Not fair to the fighter. And he putting his life on the line.
That's right.
That's not fair.
So the reason, one of the reasons why he's saying that boxers are being overpaid is because MMA fighters are being underpaid. And a lot of the MMA fighters want to box now. Look at the one guy that want to fight Tyson Fury.
Yep.
What's his name?
I forgot his name. I don't watch it. UFC.
Well, look at Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor made $100 million.
Francis.
Yeah, okay. Francis. He want to fight Tyson Fury. Why? Because he can make some money if he cross over. Hey, he ain't making no money compared to a boxer with the name he got, with the fan base he got. You know,
Well, this
hey,
says Canelo Alvarez, Dmitry Bivol purses. Alvarez is building up quite a bank account after making
man.
35 million versus Kovalev, 20 million versus Caleb Smith, and reportedly about 40 million in his last fight versus Caleb Plant. Alvarez could make up to 40 million on Saturday, a 15 million guaranteed purse plus back-end revenues from the pay-per-view,
Wow.
according to Sports News. Bivol, meanwhile, will make a guaranteed 2 million purse along with portions of pay-per-view sales.
Oh wow. You see how underpaid he was now. Kind of remind me as if he was under Dana White, because he got paid a low ball, 2 million. That's it. He should have got guaranteed. He a world champ. He should have got a guaranteed at least 3 million. I mean, 2 million and some of the pay-per-view. But see, they had to give too much money because Canelo had already signed the contract that he was getting paid a certain amount of money up front. So, you know, the zone know that Canelo, you know, he put butts in the seat and it's on Cinco de Mayo day or day after. So they knew we got to get that man what he asked for. And that's another reason why they had to put the zone on pay-per-view to collect some of that money, get some of that money back. Now that Canelo lost, I think that the zone might go bankrupt.
You think PBC broke?
Good question. Can't be broke if they offered Canelo 100 million. No.
Man,
When you
think
don't
it's
just go
getting
get
tough for them though?
huh?
You think his money running out though?
I mean, shoot, the hedge funds money might be running out, but not his. He probably ain't touched his money.
Oh no, we're not talking about the personal bag. No, we talking about we're not talking about
He's still spending
bag.
Mayweather money.
Yeah, he definitely got some monny out the
Oh,
deal.
yeah,
I'm talking about for the fighters and stuff.
Right. Hey, it's just that when you ain't got nobody that's willing to cough up $400 million because you ain't got Floyd no more. See, Floyd was given PBC even when he was signed with Oscar De La Hoya connections, and now that he's just an exhibition fighter now, everybody ain't eating no more.
Ronald, PBC broke.
Who?
Ronald say PBC broke.
Hey man, I don't know. I don't think so though, cause they still on TV, and man, I think Al Heyman a billionaire. He doesn't listen. You know, he's the reason why Mayweather left Top Rank. You remember he got Mayweather at $200 million. You know what I mean? And when he signed with Showtime, and then Mayweather made like $400 million when he fought Manny Pacquiao. And you don't think that Al Heyman got half of that or more? His own half. And when he got Floyd that $200 million, you don't think he got like $100 million himself? Then why Oscar De La Hoya was snorting coke? You don't think word on the streets? You don't think that he was taking all the Oscar De La Hoya fighters and he wasn't getting paid? He wasn't taking them to Showtime like, hey, let's sign a deal. We got a deal. I got 50 fighters or 100 fighters or how many fighters he signed with him after they all left Oscar De La Hoya. That man rich.
Yeah, we're not talking about the personal money. We talking about the promotional, the business account money. Because of course, like if Al Heyman PBC run out of money, he's not gonna go into his personal bag to fund the company. We're talking about the business account, PBC. It's PBC running out of money.
I don't know. That's up your alley. You tell me what you think.
I don't know.
You my advisor.
What the chat think?
You my manager. You tell me.
What the chat think?
I don't know. They clearly don't have the same dates they had before, or the same networks they had before. Remember they had boxing on every channel. I don't
free
see them on
TV.
ESPN
Yeah, it's no more
more.
free TV anymore.
Okay, so I don't know. I know smart people like Al Heyman, who graduated from the school Harvard, You know, hey, he ain't spending his own money. He gonna spend your money. So I don't know what they got. You know, but like I say, if they willing to give Canelo Alvarez $125 million, according to someone on here, then they got money. And they ain't broke. Like Chris Brooks just said, Al too smart. He ain't broke at all. Yeah, Ronald said he was a couple of PB saying for years. Now, there you go, Alter Ego. When that Spence fight happened, they gonna be back. Because Spence and Terrence Crawford is gonna sell out. They gonna do millions and millions of views. But then they're not gonna get the kind of money that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd got. So the networks, the promoters, the managers are gonna be the one that's gonna be eating real good. Because you know, Bud Crawford ain't gonna be able to count his money like if he was Floyd Mayweather, because Bud is kind of quiet. Errol Spence is kind of quiet. And Floyd sold his brand, the money team. He went from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather. And that's just what Crawford and Spence don't have. Both guys are good fighters, but they don't have that swag. They don't talk enough. They don't bark enough. They don't have that charisma about themselves to be able to bring a different kind of audience. So that's why when they fight, sooner than later, hopefully, the people that's going to be eating is going to be the networks.
Let me ask the chat if, okay, let's say it's $100 pay-per-view. What fight you want to see to pay $100 for a pay-per-view card? What fight you want to see? Main event.
$100?
$100.
Man.
$100.
They ain't giving out those stimulus checks no more.
Huh?
I said they're not giving out stimulus checks no more.
$100 pay-per-view. Who y'all want to see?
Ooh, $100 pay-per-view. If if Anthony Joshua had lost, I would say Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Or I'll tell you who I wouldn't mind seeing. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. B. Jackson said K9 versus Jalen Love. Easy work. Easy work. K9 versus Jake Paul. Oh, Spence versus Canelo. Yeah, Canelo got to get on a winning streak though right now, because he done went from pound for pound to down to probably number 5. I got Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, and if Tyson Fury don't retire, ahead of Canelo Alvarez now.
What y'all think about chat? What y'all think about Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson?
Ooh, I'll pay to see that.
How y'all think that fight will play out? Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson at 135.
Hey, that's a good one. I don't know. I want that. Listen. That's the reason why boxing be getting black eyes and fighters be getting black eyes, because you know the best ain't fighting the best. I take my hat off to Devin Haney, because Devin Haney is taking a big chance to go over to another country and fight a champion in his hometown, in his country. So listen, Devin Haney, that fight is going to be a hard fight for Devin Haney to win. I can't wait to see that fight. I'll pay $100 for that fight. Devin Haney versus Kambosos. I want to see Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz. I want to see the rematch of that. Now, I ain't gonna pay $100 to see it. Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson.
Do y'all think that Shakur Stevenson is the most talented between 130 and 135 with the most skills?
Ooh. I think you already know how I feel about that one. Gino says Shakur's special. Davis versus T.O. No, T.O. lost. And when, like I say in boxing, you get one loss, and listen, you probably never be the same. And ever since the Primo Lopez lost, man, listen, they ain't even screaming his name no more. I don't hear nothing about him no more. I would tell you another person who lost one fight and they ain't been the same. You don't hear his name like that no more. What's the young man that Errol Spence beat that moved up in weight? Mikey Garcia.
How y'all
One
think?
fight.
How y'all think Shakur do against Isaac Cruz?
Ooh, man, that would be a good one. That would be a good one because Isaac Cruz bringing it. He ain't just singing it. That man bringing it. Eric, who crying? Huh? Yeah, it had been a minute. Shakur got a hell of a D. Mike lost to who? Spain, dude. Isaac Cruz. Ooh, that would be a great matchup. Oh, Shakur versus Lomo. Oh, that's the fight he won. He want to fight Lomo. Yeah, shout out to Erickson Lubin, man. I hope he's doing well, man. I hope he can recover. Cause he went through some stuff. That was a hard fight, man. I don't even know why they even put him in there with Sebastian Sabora or Shakur Stevenson versus Isaac Cruz. Ooh, that'd be a good one. That might the way Shakur looked at it in the fight against Valdez. I might go with Isaac Cruz because styles make fights. Even though Shakur Stevenson got more talent, styles make fights. And I think that Isaac Cruz would be Canelo and Shakur Stevenson would not be Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? It'd be. I'm not saying it's gonna be the fight that Kovalev had with Canelo, but it seemed like that kind of style, that kind of fight. Isaac Cruz is a way better fighter to me than Valdez, and Valdez didn't do bad. He hit Shakur Stevenson with more punches than anybody else. Okay, Ronald said Lubin is doing good. Well, that's good. Good to hear. Oh yeah, then Mikey did lose this fight again. Did he just lose another fight? That's what Chris said. I mean, man, are you right or wrong?
Wasn't that the guy he lost to?
Huh?
Wasn't that what was the guy name that he just lost to? Mikey.
I don't know.
He couldn't have fought again because we didn't hear about that. That must have been the guy he had lost to. Yeah, that's the guy he lost to.
Yeah, I might. Okay. Yeah, Tank and Gary Russell. Listen, Gary Russell don't fight enough. I think he wasted talent because he fight every 100 years. Yeah. 800 years. Undercards might be trash because they can't afford to pay an undercard.
Let me answer that. Yeah, the undercards are trash because they got to pay the main event so much money.
Exactly.
And they don't really have that much money. And then it could be the greedy promoters. They don't want to stack the undercard because they want to pocket the money. Because you pay the main event, what, 25 million each. Let's just say, I'm just paraphrasing. 25 million each. Then you got a whole undercard. You're not about to pay the co-main event 10 million or 5 million. Then the fight under him 3 million. No, you're gonna pocket that money. That's why the undercards be trash, because they got to pay the main event so much money.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. They can't afford. Look, they cannot afford to put Mike Tyson on the same undercard as Floyd Mayweather. They will go bankrupt for real. They ain't gonna be able to afford to put Devin Haney on the same card with Canelo Alvarez, on the same card with Tyson Fury, on the same card with Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. Come on, somebody. They'll go bankrupt.
Now, I will be certain situations like Chris just pointed out.
Yeah.
How, you have a great matchmaker and you match them fighters up together and it'd be magical. Figure of speech, they bring it.
Now, if they can get some hedge funds to put up money for that particular day, and they can get the networks to come together, get HBO back in the game, all things are possible.
Sometimes you really don't know what you're gonna get, because you can have two great, just like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. People was looking forward to that fight, then they fight. The fight was trash.
Yeah.
So you really don't know what you're gonna get until you get in there and you watch the fight, and the fighters get in there and fight. And you see what each fighter bringing to the table, because you really don't know what you're gonna get.
But come on, SB, they was past their prime. They should have been fought. I mean, if they would have made the same money they made, when they did fight. But they were both past their prime.
Absolutely. I was just using an example as far as how fights be trash. You pay these fighters all this money and then they fight. And then the fights be terrible. You feel like you didn't waste your money for nothing. But then you got two unknown guys can steal the show.
Yeah.
They getting paid each $100,000 each. Yeah. And then the main event getting paid $10 million each. Right. But then that $100,000 each fighter steal the show. You just don't know what you get most of the time.
Yeah, I think that Jake Paul is one of the biggest thieves in the sport of boxing. How did he come out of nowhere from being a YouTuber to signing a contract with Showtime and fighting on pay-per-view? I mean, you got to give him credit, man, for what he has done for the sport of boxing and bringing a lot of new people, the young people, to the sport of boxing. Him and his brother. And his brother was talking about fighting Mike Tyson. And his brother fought Floyd Mayweather. So them guys, man, you can say what you want to say about them. They ain't real fighters, but they killing the game. Destroying the game. Fighters, man, you got so many fighters that's better fighters than them that's so mad because they using their social media presence to get that bankroll.
Do you think in the chat, do y'all think that Errol Spence gonna be able to dog walk Terrence Crawford like he did your Dennis Ugas? Because a lot of people is writing Terrence Crawford off like he's not a beast.
I don't know who. I think the average person, if you put up a poll right now and ask who they think is going to win between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, I can probably bet you that the majority of people will say Terrence Crawford is going to beat Errol Spence. But then again, you only as good as your last fight. Now, everybody and mama, because of what they saw in the fight between Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter, was like, oh, man, Crawford going to kill Spence. But then the other day, when we saw Errol Spence destroy Ugas, now it's like, oh, now I'm an Ugas fan. I mean, cats is like, you got a lot of fake fans out here. Oh, man, when the Pistons were doing bad or the Tigers were doing bad, we were there. But as soon as they started doing good, everybody was there. Your own mama deny you if you're a loser. I wish you was never born. You already know how it go, SB.
Man, I want to see that fight so bad. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Both of them are dogs. Both of them some beasts.
I bet you 100,000 push-ups to your 100,000.
I don't know, but I gotta lead more towards Terrence Crawford though.
I bet you 100,000 push-ups to your 100,000 squats that they don't fight this year.
I hope so.
Saying, you already know. They gonna try to go the route that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd went.
I hope not. No.
Try to get ain't wrong with trying to get the most money you can, but they gonna wait too long, and the fight ain't gonna be there. Or one of them gonna lose.
Don't do that. Yeah, they gotta fight. They young, man. They gotta fight each other. Like Pacquiao and Floyd was up there in age when they fought. These guys are young. They gotta get it going.
Man,
They
you need to be the
gotta get
promoter.
it popping. They got to. They have to.
Well,
for the boxing fans, they have to.
I hate to say it, but boxing is missing Don King. If anybody can pull off these big fights that we want to see, Don King can do it. I'm telling you, Don can do it. Oh, we got the greatest fight in the world. Oh, man. Oh, come on, K-Don. Come on back home, man. Don King can do it. Only in America. Only in America, Don can pull it off. I'll tell you, the greatest promoter of all time. Say what you want to say about him, but listen, he knew how to promote a fight.
Better rec, K9.
Oh no, listen, no, but she don't want to listen. She don't want to bet. SB don't want to bet that they. I'm telling you, they ain't gonna fight. I hope I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong with
I think they're gonna fight. I think they're gonna fight. You said they're not gonna fight this year.
I don't think they're gonna fight this year.
Oh, okay.
No, because what people want real bad, they don't get. I just like when I was looking for my keys. Or when you're looking for something, you find something else. You know, when you want something real bad, you just don't get it. And they wanted to fight. They wanted Manny Pacquiao and Floyd to fight so bad. They never got it.
Ain't no way they're gonna wait that long. They
still didn't get it because that wasn't no fight.
Do you think each fighter is like avoiding each other, or do you think they really want to fight each other?
Hey, you know what? I think that Terrence Crawford was just in a bad contract. You know, Bar Arum wasn't letting him go over to PBC. And PBC, Al Heyman them wasn't letting Errol Spence go over to Top Rank. And you know, it was a power struggle. No, y'all gonna do it on my terms. No, y'all gonna do it on my terms. I'm the A side. No, I'm the A side. No, I'm gonna make the most. No, I'm gonna make the most. It was tug of war.
But see, I think with Floyd and Pacquiao is that I don't think Floyd really wanted that fight. I didn't think he really wanted to fight Pacquiao. Because every time in the interviews, y'all attach, only reason why this fight is being talked about because he attached his name to mine. I really didn't think that Floyd wanted to fight Pacquiao. That's why the fight didn't happen for so long. And then he finally fought him. But unlike Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, I think they really do want to fight each other.
Yeah, I mean, for who wouldn't? For 20, 30, 40, 50 million guaranteed plus pay-per-view. The way fighters get paid nowadays, I believe they want to fight each other too. But, you know, I don't know if we can come together and agree on something. I'm going to have to make some calls and see what's going on because you know there's always something going on behind closed doors. And if I make a few phone calls, I might find some news out that might shock me in the sport of boxing. Because believe me when I tell you, something big about to happen in September. And we don't know what's about to happen in September.
Okay.
But in the sport of boxing, it's going to definitely be something big.
Oh, Jay Smith, is that what happened? He didn't want to take them drug tests?
Oh, no, he didn't. That's just an excuse, you know. I believe Manny Pacquiao was able to move up in weight and knock out guys bigger than him because he wasn't starving himself. While fighters starving themselves to make weight, Manny Pacquiao eating to gain weight to make weight. So he had a lot of energy and power moving up versus starving himself going down or trying to stay in the same weight class that was killing him.
Dylan on point. Glover, you on point. I agree with you. I think that he waited because Pac was destroying everything. And soon he got knocked out. Floyd, like, come on, let's fight. That make a lot of sense.
That's the same thing.
Do y'all agree with Dylan?
That's the same thing Canelo did. Soon as Triple D looked human and looked bad against Daniel Jacobs, very next fight, it was Canelo versus Triple G. I mean, most fighters are opportunists. You got to remember, at the end of the day, it's business. And you got to do what's best for you and your family. Real talk.
That's facts.
And a lot of
That's
fighters
right.
don't do what's best for them and their family. They let guys hustle them, put their arms around them, and oh man, this is my NIWGI. Oh man, forget all that. It's business. And people get caught up in that. I'm my homie. Oh, this my homie. A lot of cats, man, listen. A lot of people dying trying to keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it real. These my dogs. I ain't never going nowhere. When God elevates you, you better ride that hill, that plane. You better ride that wave. You better go up. Cause if you go down, ain't nobody gonna be there for you. I had homies in the hood all the time. SB used to always tell me, "I'm your dog. You my man's in them, bro." And then I would just see if that was really their man's. I'd be like, "Man, let me hold a few dollars." Oh man, nah, I ain't even got it. But if I had it, bro, I got you. And then they'll whip out a knot and buy a blunt or buy something to drink.
Now,
A lot of fake ones. A lot of fake ones out here.
what would be a great fight for Deontay Wilder to come back, to make a comeback? Because Tyson Fury said he gonna vacate it, and I think Wilder is number one for the WBC. So who would be a great fight for him to fight as a comeback fight?
A great comeback fight. I heard that he's gonna be
Entertaining
number
though.
one and fight for the vacant belt. But yeah, Andy Reese Jr. They said that'll be a good fight for him to come back. With I would like to see. Man, listen, he got to have a comeback fight. I don't know if he'll fight the winner between um Usyk and Anthony Joshua. I would like to see him in the ring with. Let me see who would be a good fight for Wilder. Cause I don't really keep up with the heavyweights like that. You know what I mean? And I want to see somebody that's gonna make it a good fight. Um, I don't know who you want to see him in there with.
I don't know. I think any of them guys would
Yeah,
be an exciting fight for Wilder. And the good thing I was happy to see is he took some time off. Got his mind right, healed up, spent time with his family. And if he
yeah.
would really want to continue to do it, he really took enough time off to really clear his head to decide what he want to do. And I think any of those fights would be good for him.
Hey, to be
Because he's
honest with
still
you,
dangerous. He's
I
still dangerous. And nobody in that division would do him like Tyson Fury did him.
I agree.
Any of those guys he'd be competitive with and
I
possibly
agree.
beat.
I agree. I would like to see him in there with somebody he can knock out though, just to get the confidence back. Because what made Deontay Wilder was them knockouts. He had some highlight reels. So I don't want to see him in there with somebody he's gonna have to struggle against. I want
Like
to see him in
who?
there with somebody he can knock out, then put him in there with whoever you want to put him in there with.
Who do you think that?
I wouldn't mind if Tyson Fury was to retire. I wouldn't mind seeing Wilder go out there, get a knockout win.
Who do you think that he would struggle with? What's a fight? What is a fighter you think he might struggle with a comeback fight?
Who?
Wilder. Because you
And
said you don't
man,
want to see
that
him
a
struggling with
fight
nobody. Who
between
do you
him.
think he'd struggle with?
I think a fight with him and Anthony. What Ruiz. I think that'll be Andy Reese. I think that'll be a dangerous fight.
You think so?
Yeah, because he's gonna be there, and he don't need nobody all over him like that. He just got stopped his last fight. Cats don't come back. You know what I mean, and it's to be the same. After stoppage, not in their next fight, and then they right back to where they was just at. Somebody all on them like a K9 T-shirt. I don't know. That's hard.
Yeah, I hope he bounce back though. I hope he
Me
bounce
too.
back.
Yeah, he good. He good for boxing.
Yeah,
Real
he
good for
is.
boxing. He ain't doing all that pity patting like everybody. I see like all these heavyweights be trying to do all that little pity patting stuff. When you a heavyweight, boom, it's over with. That's how it's supposed to be. And he shows he's the epitome of a heavyweight. Boom, it's over with. Stop it. Look, he was one punch away from knocking out Tyson Fury. And at the end of the day, you knew that if Tyson Fury didn't watch out, it could have been a knockout. So yeah, hey, you just gotta take your hat off to Tyson Fury. When I got in the ring with him, even though he took it easy on me, I really saw the skills he had a long time ago before he became world champ. So this dude can box. Yeah, he don't load up with shots. So when you're not loading up with shots, you can get hit with something, bounce back from it.
So where the Devin Haney fans at? What do y'all think gonna happen in that fight? Going over to Australia, fight Cambosis. Y'all think Devin Haney gonna hold it down and bring the belts back?
I don't know. I'm pulling for him. I think that's gonna be a dangerous fight. Dangerous. And remember, he going over to Cambosis' hometown. What Cambosis from? Huh?
K9, you fought Tyson Fury.
Huh?
Really?
We sparred.
Really beat Jackson.
No, we sparred. And whoever knew I would be able to say I sparred the heavyweight champ of the world before.
We're tough in that. We need Toughin in the chat. Tough is from Australia, right?
Yeah. Where Spider Moose at?
Spider Moose in the building.
Teach, what up, Teach? Appreciate everybody that's in the chat. And if you're new to the channel, make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe to K9 Boxing. Hit the notifications too. And I never did spar James Toney. But we know each other. James cool. K9 say it is good, K9, but Wilder probably was windmilling you. Not Wilder. I wasn't sparring Wilder.
Where do y'all rank Lomachenko?
Man, I don't know. Ain't he over there at war?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defending his country.
Yeah. Man, listen. At one point in time, with one pro fight, Lomachenko was considered the pound for pound best fighter in the world. You gotta give that guy credit. How do you become the pound for pound best fighter in the world with one pro fight? Huh? Talk to me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The man had like 400 amateur fights?
Yeah, he won 2 gold medals, right?
I don't know. I know Clarissa won 2 gold medals. I don't know if he won 2 gold medals.
Yeah.
You gotta watch. You gotta go look at the channel. It's right here on the channel. I sparred Tommy Hearns. It's right directly on the YouTube channel. You gotta go look at some of the videos. Yeah, me and Tommy got it in. And yeah, Canelo is not better than Julio Chavez. You saw that last night.
All right, Ricky.
Exactly, Ronald. You're right. And that they listen. With the most accomplishments in the sport of boxing, in the history of boxing right now, is Clarissa Shields. I think she done got more accomplishments than any fighter today. And one reason could be, because the competition isn't the same for a woman as a man. There's not enough female great fighters out here as of right now. But they creeping. I go to these little national tournaments, and listen, the competition in the ladies division, women are getting better and better. It's a lot of women that's boxing now. You got to give credit to, I'm gonna say 2 females. The most credit you give to 2 females. I would say 1, Clarissa Shields, and the other Amanda. No. Well, Amanda Nunes too. That's another one. And what's her name? Ronda Rousey. She actually has the most of any boxer, male or female. Yeah, she doing it. Yeah, but listen. Clarissa is doing as good as she did as an amateur, as a pro. The same. Ooh, Loma was gonna get that fight with Kambosos, but Loma went to war, man, for his country.
Yeah, Frencher, she fought real good.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she fought real good. I enjoyed that fight.
She bounced back. Big time. So I wonder what Canelo gonna do. Listen, that's what I want to know.
I don't want him to fight in the rematch. That's for sure. I don't want him. I just want him to move on. Go back to 168. Defend your undisputed titles.
Right.
Because it really wasn't no reason for him to go to 175 anyway. For what? Just stay down there and be dominant at 168.
Huh?
Just stay at 168 and be dominant down there. You don't have to go all the way up to 175, fight these big old guys coming in the ring over 200 pounds probably.
He dare to be great. You can't knock him for that. And nobody said
I respect that.
When he was going up there winning.
I respect that.
Okay, then. So, why, then why shouldn't he? Why,
Because that's not, I don't think he should. I don't think he should fight
no rematch he lost when he was winning.
Him. Nah, he shouldn't do that. He shouldn't fight that fight.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He need to go back. He probably gonna do it. He probably gonna go back there and fight this man and beat him.
He don't have nothing to prove, though. I mean, if he do, but you really don't have nothing to prove.
How come he don't?
This man is 3-4 divisions higher than your natural weight.
No, it ain't. The natural weight is 168 now.
I'll say when you first started, for 147.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't have much to prove. You don't have anything to prove. You didn't have anything to prove before you went up there and fought him, and then you're fighting a rematch. I just think it's all talk about having a rematch. If he rematch him, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, well,
especially how the fight turned out. Like, he couldn't.
He didn't get hurt though, so why wouldn't he go back up and wait? And especially if he can have a fight in his hometown, Mexico.
That don't mean nothing.
It do mean something.
No, it don't.
Listen, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised. But at the same time, Bivol is lucky that they didn't rob him, man, because boxing is dirty like that. I would have been mad. You would have been mad. Everybody would have been mad. Even if you was a Canelo fan, you had to give Bivol his credit. I think if Bivol would have got robbed, he would probably be even bigger than he was in winning. What do you agree?
Hey, I would love that. Well, Spider Moose. Now I'm responding to Spider Moose. I'm responding to what Spider Moose just said. I think he would rematch Bivol at 168.
Huh?
He shouldn't fight him at 175 again, though.
What? Oh, no. Stop it! I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, no, I couldn't believe, man. Bivol was whooping that boy. But, hey, Benjamin Loud, he was listening. Hey, Bivol was beating that boy Loud. Like the Benjamin Loud, true. He was true to the game. And he made his country, Russia, proud last night. You hear me? Man. And the Mexicans, and I had a Mexican sombrero hat on. They were mad as I don't know what. It was quiet. I had my homeboy, James, who stay out there in Vegas. He said, oh no, he stay out there in California. What'd he say, SB?
You said what?
What did James say out there
he said it's quiet California. Out there. He said the day of the weigh-in, the Mexicans was going crazy. He said after the fight, it was so peaceful and quiet out there.
All right then. That's right. Marvin Johnson.
We ain't done yet. Canelo will be back. He'll be back. He gonna dominate at 168, and then what all y'all gonna say then? Y'all gonna have something to say then when can't nobody beat him at 168. What else y'all? What's new? What's something new y'all gonna come up with next?
Hey, Canelo best days are behind him. It's over. It's over. Hey, SB is over. Because once they realize you human, man, your fights get harder and harder. Now he gonna have to really be careful. Now he get in the ring with Benavidez. Now he gonna get stopped. He gonna get stretched.
You crazy?
No, I'm not.
You crazy?
I'm telling you the truth.
That's
And the truth shall set you free. Huh?
That man, look.
That man, look, what?
Listen.
What? Huh?
Do you agree that when you fight certain fighters that you get better? You get better when you fight a certain fighter, or when you fight fighters that's on a either your level or on a higher level. Do you agree that you get better from that? You learn from that, right?
Listen, Canelo, 31 years old. He got better when he fought
All right.
Floyd
You don't want to
Mayweather.
answer the question. Okay.
He got better when he fought Floyd. I don't think he's gonna get better after the fight he just had last night. If anything, he gonna stay the same or he gonna decrease. You gotta remember one thing about it is Canelo is rich. And it's hard to be as hungry when you're rich. I only really know probably one fighter that showed to be as hungry as he is, even though he was rich, and fought like, he wasn't rich. Like he hadn't made $1 in his life, and that was Floyd Mayweather. And to this day, I don't think no fighter trained harder than Floyd Mayweather. Now, I'm up there. I trained super hard. But to have the kind of money he had and to train the way he did was very impressive. I made a few dollars and I was like, let me let my hair down a little bit, mess around, lost. That man stayed hungry. And I don't think that Canelo will be as hungry to get that win back. Like you said, you don't think he gonna fight Bivol next?
Nah, there's no need to.
There's no need to, but
okay, let me ask y'all this. With the performance that Bivol put on against Canelo, would y'all say that Andre Ward would have dominated Canelo by seeing what Bivol just did to him if they would have ever fought at 168? Let's say a 175. Yeah, Ward did go up to 175. How do y'all think, with witnessing the performance that Bivol put on against Canelo, do y'all think that Andre Ward would have had the same type of performance against Canelo?
absolutely yes. I think, hey, listen, I think Andre Ward would have stopped Canelo. Canelo would have never went up in weight if Andre Ward was still fighting.
He said Andre Ward would have got knocked out.
Who said that?
Look on the screen, B. Jackson.
Yeah, right. All cap, right here, this cap right here. All
He
cap.
say Andre Ward would have got knocked out. Wow.
No. Wow. See how they do you though when you ain't fighting no more? So they chip on you when you in the ring. But as soon as you retire, oh man, he would have knocked Andre Ward out. K9 was a bum. Floyd, all he did was run. But when you in the ring, Floyd, he TBE. Oh man, K9. Let me hear your bark. Stop it. I do agree too though that Andre Ward did lose one of them fights against Kovalev too. I sure did. Do you agree, SB?
Yeah, I think he did. I think
he did. Yeah, listen, he lost. Kovalev got him in one of them fights. Kovalev wasn't a bad fighter, but when he, sucked himself down in weight like he was on crack, and for Canelo, man, he did it for the money.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he played himself.
Yeah,
Ward would have definitely stopped him. Somebody got it right. MJ telling you like it is.
I think Andre Ward was basic too, but he was real good at what he did. He wasn't like, his style wasn't really nothing special. And I really like Canelo, but I think Andre Ward would have did him like Bivol did him.
Worse. He bigger, man. Listen, he bigger than Bivol and he better than Bivol. And he's a natural light heavyweight, super middleweight. This guy's big and rhythm and strong and knew how to fight dirty. He knew how to, he was a better version of Bernard Hopkins. Real talk. Easy work. So easy. Said Ward would have killed. Well, Ward for a killer. Kovalev, not the passive Kovalev. It was quiet the night before the storm. Yeah, I'm telling you, right, man. A Ward for a killer. He ain't fight He ain't fight the Kovalev that Canelo fought. Like once again, Canelo's an opportunist. Canelo fought him when he was damaged goods. He wasn't the same. That body shot that Ward caught on Kovalev was never the same.
Yeah.
S Rep said I laughed my ape off when I saw Don King Brock in the ring with K. K9, your buck, baby. That's right. Yeah, that's my man's in them. Dog, that's my man's in them. I still remember me calling Don King and Don King told us, "Oh, come on back home, K9. Come on back home, K9. Come on back home." That's a silly man, bro. Beast mode, for real. And you gotta give credit though, man, to Don King, who still actually are actively promoting fights, and Bob Arum. Man, I think both those guys are 80-some years old, man, close to 90, if not 90, and still putting on shows. Wow. Wow. You gotta give credit to them guys, man. You know, some of the best to ever do it and still competing with everybody, especially Bob Arum. Bob Arum, they're hooked up with ESPN, and he putting on some good fights. Some real good fights.
It just looked bad when Canelo went up there and fought Kovalev, and this big old dude boxing this little bitty 5'8" guy. That stuff just looked
Hey,
terrible.
man, I told you too little. I don't know, man. That's what I say,
Looked
man.
so terrible, man.
Too little.
This big
Too.
old dude boxing this little bitty guy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Froch was very underrated. Yeah, but hey, man, listen, Canelo a beast. He gonna go in the Hall of Fame. He ain't better than in my opinion, he ain't better than Julio Chavez. He a good fighter though. You know, hey, I don't even think he was better in his prime. I don't think he was better than Miguel Cotto in his prime. I don't think he's better than Floyd in his prime. Um, I don't think, and people might argue with me, but I don't think Canelo was better than Shane Mosley in his prime. You gotta think those guys in the Sugar Ray Leonard era, when Sugar Ray Leonard fought Tommy Hearns fought Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard fought Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns fought Benitez. That era was the best era in boxing history. You know, the best was fighting the best. These guys get all the talent in the world, but you don't see Shakur Stevenson fighting Gervonta Davis. You don't see Gervonta Davis fighting Teofimo Lopez. You don't see Devin Haney fighting what's the little guy name that's going to war again? Lomachenko. You don't see the great fights made today with this unbelievable talent. You know the genes, because of the fathers that came before them have been produced some good good fighters. They produce some good athletes, and the best don't want to fight the best. I mean, we are more athletic than ever. I mean, you could see some unbelievable fights if the best will fight the best. And why should they when they spoil? Now, one thing, and I would agree on if Eddie if Dana White would have said the fighters nowadays are spoiled, I would have said yes, they are. And that's why we can't get the best fights. Why should I fight a killer for 5-10 million when I can fight a bum for 5 or 10 million? It just don't make sense. And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So fighters are spoiled nowadays. I mean, and Al Heyman came along and he made everybody, go in their pockets because he was overpaying fighters, and that was a good thing because ain't no price on a fighter's head, and whatever you get, whatever you negotiate, you get. Y'all see the reflexes? Some fell over there, and I'm on it. I still got it, champ. Champ talk. Y'all good? SB.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, man. I don't know.
I don't know what that was.
Man. And that's right. Promoters do control the fights. Just think about it. Gervonta Davis is a good fighter, but he wasn't in control of his career. Floyd Mayweather said jump, and he had to say how high. And I'm happy that Gervonta Davis is now a free agent or close to being a free agent, and now we might see him because I think he got the heart to fight the best in his weight class. So, maybe we'll see Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. I know Jay Prince is the manager of Shakur Stevenson. And I don't think that he's scared to go out there and take chances. And my minds ain't playing tricks on me. So we definitely can see that fight. Now that Gervonta Davis will be a free agent.
Teach, I agree with him. I don't think it dropped his stock either, but I agree if he started taking L's, it ain't
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
look good for Canelo. But I don't think it dropped his stock either. I just think people wanted to see him lose, and they got something to talk about.
Yeah, who?
People.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, the streets was talking. As soon as Canelo lost, over 1 million some people knew about it. I can just about guarantee you that 10 million people knew about it and talked about it. It was everywhere. Everywhere. I went to the gym today. What was the talk of the town? Canelo lost. It's always big news, and cats love to see, you fall from the top, and because they want you to be down there where they at. Trust me, I'd have been there. I'd have been to the top, to hit the flow, and get back to the top again, hit the flow, get back. Hey, so I understand. That phone be ringing when you at the top. Ring, ring. I have 3 phones. Hello, man. Do bad. You like looking at the phone like, dang, nobody called me yet. Is the ringer on? But that's the world for you. It's a bunch of fake snakes. You feel me? Crabs in a barrel. They don't want to see you get there because they ain't get there. And real talk. One thing about me, SB, I'm gonna keep it 100 at all times. A bark, a bite, a overhand right. And I would have loved to have fought Canelo in my young days. But shout out to Canelo. I want to see him fight Triple G next. And then after he fight Triple G and beat Triple G, then go fight Bivol. Fight Dmitry Bivol then. But going out there and losing and trying to fight the guy you just lost to, which was an easy win for Dmitry Bivol, why would you go back and what can you do that could be differently in a fight against somebody that beat you easily? And when you're not the bigger guy, you're not going to be able to outbox him because this is what Bivol does. He's a boxer. And you're not stronger than him, even though you're pound for pound or better. You probably pound for pound you're a stronger fighter, but you're not in your weight class. That's his weight class. So physically, he's stronger than you. You ain't strong enough to be able to move him. Canelo had a hard time moving that man. That man would bump him, hit him, bump him, and you just gotta take your hat off and give credit where credit is due. Dmitry Bivol fought a heck of a fight. And so far, that is the upset of the year. And so far, Dmitry Bivol is the fighter of the year. That's right. Early in the year, we got Dmitry Bivol. He's hands down in the top 5. Top 5. I'm going to give him, he pound for pound, number 5 best fighter in the world.
Who?
Bivol.
How?
He just beat the number 1 guy. You beat the number 1 guy, you got to at least go up to number 5. I'm going to say, who you got number 5? Who you got in your top 5? Pound for pound best fighters in the world.
I ain't thought about it, but just because you beat a certain guy, it just makes you top 5 pound for pound.
Heck yeah, especially if you beat the number 1 guy, yeah. At the least top 10.
Okay, I can do top 10, but not top 5 because, okay, since you said he's top 5, who was the 4 you would put, or if it's any order, who was the 4 fighters you would put before Dmitry, or fighters that you would put beneath Dmitry?
So listen, Tyson Fury is out the question because he said he retired. So whether he really retired or not, he said he retired. I'm scratching him. I'm saying Errol Spence, and this my preference. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. It's hard to say who number 3. I probably have to say Usyk. Usyk might be number 3. Oh no, the little Japanese kid? I would say number 3. Number 4. It's hard. Listen, it's hard to put. Hey, man, listen. You just never know, man, in the sport of boxing. Because I would want to put Gervonta Davis up there. I would want to put Jermell Charlo. Well, I wouldn't want to put Jermell Charlo up there. But if he would have beat Castano the last fight, I would have put him number 3, number 4. But it's a hard. I'm putting Bivol in the top 5 because I can't even think of 3 fighters, name wise, that should be top 3. I got Spence and Crawford, top 2. And from there on out, you put whoever you want to put, wherever you want to put them.
Okay, so if he's worthy to be in the top 5 pound for pound for beating a guy that came up in weight to challenge him that he's way bigger and stronger than.
Yeah, so what? That's your fault. You should have stayed where he was at.
I'm not saying about whose fault it is. I'm just saying a guy smaller than him, okay, he's number 1 pound for pound, but he comes up in weight and that automatically put him in a pound for pound?
Yes, because the guy he fought was pound for pound the best fighter in the world. 88% people on the live, or was it 89? 89% of the people on the live all said that Canelo was going to win. And majority of them said he would win by stoppage. He went out there and handled Canelo, beat him easy.
Okay, that's
a pound for pound best fighter in the world. You deserve a lot of credit for that.
Okay, so the cruiserweight that Canelo was going to fight talking about fighting. I forgot his name. Now, if he would have beat Canelo and nobody ever heard of him, or his name is not big enough to get people's attention, and he beat Canelo go all the way to cruiserweight and he defeat Canelo, does he get in a pound for pound just off beating Canelo?
Oh, that's
and
different.
Canelo came to cruiserweight to fight him.
That's a lot different. You go from 175
with the light
fighting the
heavyweight.
guy 196 pounds. Hey, listen, 20 pounds is a big difference. 175 and 196 is different. If Canelo go up to 196 and lose, I could see that happening. 175 is I could see it happening, but we just saw him fight a guy at 175 and beat him, Kovalev. Now 196, that's biting off way more than you can chew.
Come on, man. It's the same thing.
No,
Canelo,
it's not.
You got a smaller guy. Okay, just like, Canelo go up to cruiserweight. That's a smaller guy coming up to challenge him for his belt. He's fighting a smaller guy, way smaller than him. He don't get in a pound for pound for beating guys his size or in his weight division. You would put this man in a pound for pound for beating a guy one weight or 2 weights under him. It's the same thing. Just like if he was fighting light heavyweight, it's still a guy that's smarter than him.
The cruiserweight, that guy that was going to fight Canelo was the weakest link in the cruiserweight division. That's the reason why Canelo was talking about fighting him. Dmitry Bivol, I know this guy. This guy can fight. He ain't just a guy that beat Canelo. He was a good fighter and had a great chance at beating Canelo. So, but Canelo bit up more than he can chew. He wasn't no Caleb Plant. He wasn't scared of him. None of that. He would listen. Dmitry Bivol would beat Caleb Plant. Dmitry Bivol would beat all the guys that Canelo, they so-called, was ducking. I believe Charlo, David Benavidez. A lot of guys gonna be calling out Dmitry Bivol now that he's the top guy in the top 5 pound for pound ratings. So I mean, I'm telling it like it is. I'm saying he's in the top 5 because he can fight. Not only did he beat Canelo, he can fight. And it wasn't that he just was way too big for Canelo, because Canelo was landing some hard shots. It's just that Canelo got outworked. He was in there with a better fighter who fought a better fight, who had better skills.
Okay, B. Jackson, enlighten me, sir, because I'm trying to figure out how am I making excuses for Canelo. Like, what did I say that you would think that I'm making excuses for Canelo? Only thing, my argument is, I don't know how Bivol can be considered top 5 pound for pound off beating Canelo, a smaller man. I don't know how am I making excuses for Canelo by saying that, or maybe it's something else that I said that you would say that. Please enlighten me because I don't understand. I'm confused. I'm just giving Canelo his props for moving all the way up to light heavyweight
You
and
get no
taking
props when you
chances
lose.
and taking chances.
When you
This is my
lose,
opinion, but this is my opinion. I'm just trying
I'm
to
just
explain.
saying, in my opinion, when you
I'm talking to
lose,
B Jackson
you
right
get
now.
no
I'm trying
props.
to explain
Yeah.
where do I stand with Canelo. Okay,
Hey,
he
well,
lost fair and square. And I'm
can I
happy they
say?
gave
Can I ask everybody on the
K9,
chat?
K9, K9. Chill right now, please. I'm trying to listen. I'm just saying that Canelo went all the way up there and he's taking chances. Yes, people would like to see him fight Benavidez and Charlo and all those guys, but I'm just saying that he's going up to these higher weight classes and taking chances. I'm not making no excuses for this man. I just don't understand how people can just throw him under the bus and he is taking chances. Like I just
Yeah.
don't understand that part.
But see, when you take chances and you win, they applaud you.
Okay.
Okay. When you take chances and you lose, they boo you. They ridicule you. They tell you like it is. You got your butt whooped, and that is what it is.
I
I
don't
lose
look,
the
I'm
fight.
not making no excuses for him.
Okay.
I'm not making
Well,
no excuses. But my
I'm
thing
just
is
saying.
they talk about Canelo about him losing and stuff, and he went up there and he cherry picking and all that. But then Benavidez, you won't see him moving up to 175, take no chances. You won't need Charlo ain't even fighting the best guys in his own division. So, but y'all quick to throw Canelo under the bus, but these guys ain't taking those chances like Canelo.
Hey,
So
one thing you
that's
can.
all I'm saying. I'm not making no
Hey, so
excuses for
you know
Canelo.
boxing.
If you gonna keep it 100 with one fighter, keep it 100 with all fighters.
If you know boxing and you know boxing and I know boxing, guess what? A lot of times the promoters are the managers, or the managers are the boss over the fighters. So the fighter can't fight who he want to fight in the contract. He fight whoever the managers say he fight, or the advisors say he fight. Al Heyman. So just because you think the fighter is the boss, don't necessarily mean that he's the boss. They getting paid by the networks, and the networks are paying the managers and the promoters, and the fighters are getting the checks that they're getting from the managers and promoters or the advisor. So, just think, Gervonta Davis wasn't his own boss. His boss was Floyd Mayweather. He fought when Floyd Mayweather said he was gonna fight. When Floyd said, "Hey, move out here to Vegas," and he said he wasn't gonna do it, he was on the shelf. You remember at that time, Floyd said, "I'm gonna put Gervonta Davis in the ring with Lomachenko," and at that time, Lomachenko was pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. And guess what? Floyd said that he was going to put Gervonta Davis in the ring with him because Gervonta questioned whether he should move out there with Floyd or not. But after that, they made peace. And next thing you know, we never saw him in the ring with Lomachenko, did we? So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is Canelo was his own boss. He picked, he chose to fight Bivol.
And
And he
I'm not
got,
saying nothing about that. He got his butt whooped. I'm not making no excuses.
I'm saying it not just to you. I'm not saying particularly, I'm talking about period to whoever on alive who agree or don't
Look,
agree.
Canelo got that butt toe up, and I'm not making no excuses. Not like I'm like, oh well, the reason why he lost was because he looked past them and he was thinking about Triple G when he fought him. I'm not saying none of that. That man went up to 175 and he fought that man, and that man whooped his behind. I'm not saying nothing about that. I'm not making no excuses for him losing at
Yeah.
all.
Hey, Jamil got it right. Jamil got it 100% right. For sure. And hey, I like that. Hey, Canelo ain't fighting the best. And you know what? I ain't mad at him for that because they, like you say, he's trying to make history. But at the end of the day, if you're a real boxing fan or you a former world champ, or if you're a former world champ or manager of a world champ, you know the game. You know when a person is picking and choosing. At the end of the day, you can still get credit if you want to get credit because you got to give Canelo some credit because Canelo did move up in weight and fight against guys that were bigger than him. And that ain't easy to do. Just like people said Mike Tyson was fighting bums. Yeah, but Mike Tyson was in the ring with a heavyweight. And at any given Saturday or Friday, if it's ESPN Friday Night Fights, a heavyweight can knock you out with one punch. So you got to respect anybody that step in that ring in the first place. But when it's a heavyweight or you moving up in weight to fight a bigger guy that's bigger than you, it's a chance you can get your head knocked off. That's right, you can get your head knocked off. So I take my hat off to Canelo. I don't know no other fighter in the history of boxing other than Manny Pacquiao that went from weight class up to weight class up to weight class. It kind of reminds me of the Bruce Lee movie. When Bruce Lee played in the movie, I think it was called the Game, when he was moving up the ladder, and he went up the ladder and he fought against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And Kareem, was in the movie, Bruce Lee movie. And that's the same thing Manny Pacquiao did. That's the same thing Canelo did. And you got to give Roy Jones some props too, because Roy Jones did it too. When he moved up to heavyweight, he fought at junior middleweight and moved all the way up to heavyweight and became a heavyweight world champ. So you got to give credit to Roy Jones too. And I think Roy Jones is the GOAT in the sport of boxing. Hands
That's
down.
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
This
Huh?
Canelo is taking chances. Like Dylan said, Charlo Benavidez don't have to go up in weights. Exactly. And Canelo didn't either. But that
Yeah.
just lets you know the caliber of fighter that Canelo is and these other guys. This man going up in weight. He not only fighting the guys in his division, he cleaned out 168, and then he went up to 175.
Who
Now
would you want to see him
y'all
fight? Would you rather see
now we
Canelo
could
fight?
clearly say like, okay, he cherry picked the wrong guy, but that guy still is 175, and that guy's way bigger than him and everything, and he put Canelo in his place. I'm not denying that he put Canelo in his place, but
But I'm saying though, so who would you rather see Canelo fight? Charlo or Benavidez?
I don't think Benavidez is a good matchup for him.
Hey, I'd rather see him fight Benavidez. I think now if you want to see a good fight, where you don't know who gonna win, and we talking about two Mexicans, I would have loved for that fight. I think that Canelo would have been too much for Charlo, because I don't think Charlo had the experience. Even though he's a good fighter, I don't think he had the experience. He hasn't been in tough war fights and had the experience to be able to beat Canelo. But I think the size and the determination and it being, Mexican versus Mexican, I think that'd have been a hard fight for Canelo. And that's one of the reasons why he didn't take the money and run with it when PBC offered him $125 million. Let me rewind that. $125 million.
He a stretch Charlo.
Who?
Canelo, he a stretch Charlo even now.
Oh yeah, listen. I didn't say that he wouldn't.
I
I
don't
say he would.
see people like to say Canelo dipped, like he took a dip in his career and all that for taking this L. Man, he's still undisputed. He can come down there and stay dominant at 168. Like, what can any of these guys, like, he got beat by a 175 pounder. Can any of them 168-pound fighters beat him? Now, Benavidez will definitely be a stern test for him. Now, if he losing against guys his size, then yeah, we got something to talk about. But like Bivol put him in his place. 175. He definitely put him in his place. Now, can the Charlos and the Benavidez beat him at his strongest weight, at the weight that he's strong at? That's the question.
I don't know. Hey, I don't know, man. Hey, I know you got some great fights coming up. I look forward to that fight this weekend. And the crazy part about it, like, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do because my son fight the same day. It's like, dang, what do I do? Do I go to my son fight or do I cover this fight? It's like, dang if I don't, and dang if I do. We did that.
Marvin, he don't like
went,
Andrade. I don't think he'll ever fight Andrade. He do not like Andrade.
Hey man, listen, we did that and went out of town and fought the qualifiers and missed the Tyson Fury fight. And that was a huge fight. A huge fight. But it's all good. We ain't cover a few fights. You feel me? Yeah.
I agree though. I would love. Well, Canelo said Benavidez and Charlo need to fight each other so he can get a shot at him. Why fight each other? Y'all want Canelo, fight each other.
Hey, listen.
Charlo don't want them Benavidez problems though. He don't want that.
Man, look, why your boy Floyd ain't paid that man Logan Paul his money? Tell me that.
Well, I can't really speak on that. I don't know the details of that. That's a bunch
Yeah.
of gossip. I don't know what's going on with their situation.
Hey,
So I'm not even gonna
all this
speak
a
on
bunch
that.
of gossip. That's right.
I mean,
Man.
Paul can say that he did pay him, and what if he did pay him? So I mean, I don't know for sure what's going on in that situation. It's a bunch of he say, she say. Where's the facts that you didn't get paid? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Hey, it's been floating in the streets. Yeah, it's been floating in the streets, champ. It's been floating in the streets. Yeah. What fight do you want to see the most? People in the chat, everybody on this boy, including USB. What fight other than because you ain't gonna see it, other than Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence? What other fight do you want to see?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
See,
the fight. That's the fight right there.
yeah.
Crawford and Errol Spence. That's the fight. I think I
And
want to see Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis.
ooh, that'd be a good one. There's a lot of possibilities with Gervonta Davis, because being a free agent, now he get a chance to be him, to do him. I think he got that attitude of Mike Tyson. Ain't scared of nobody. But like I say, Floyd didn't want to mess that money up. I don't think the man was getting what he was worth. And that's the reason why I think, he was in the position he was in. And I think he learned from that. And I think he knows his value now. And shout out to Floyd for helping, make him the starter he is, because him getting behind Tank, helped his brand. And Gervonta Davis is a star. I mean, he dropped the ball when he fought against Isaac Cruz, but you can't look good every time. But
Is boxing dead?
Who?
Is boxing dead?
I mean, shoot. You tell me. Fighters make it. Last night Canelo made $35 million. Let me rewind that. Canelo just made $35 million last night. Boxing far from dead. Far from dead. Now, do the fans 10 years ago follow boxing like they did then now? No. But boxing is far from dead. You still got Al Heyman here. They got a boatload of money, and that's willing to give Canelo Alvarez, if he decides to say, you know what, I'm gonna renege on the fight against Triple G, and I'm not gonna fight Bivol in a rematch because I feel like I got cheated, because he felt like he lost the fight or won a fight. Then guess what? Al Heyman still got that money for him, and will still give him that same amount of money he asked for, because he's still worth it, because he lost to a bigger dude, a better fighter.
Man.
What up, Vinny? Roth. What's happening, champ? SB. Let the people see how you look, champ.
Yeah, I'll be on
Champ.
camera soon.
Champ. Let them know what I'm working with.
They
Shout
know
out to
how I
SB,
look.
y'all, for coming on the live. You know what I mean? Showing some love. You know how we do. Benavidez versus Andrade. Ooh, I don't know. I don't think Andrade hungry no more. Andrade finally got that bread, and he don't care no more. And I think from what I saw,
Thanks, Vinny. Appreciate you.
He not is Eddie Hearn is finna let him go. He said he done the best he could, but he can't get him the fights. I think Booba Andrade is too good for his own britches, and it's hard to get him the fights. People are not gonna fight him because, like I say, he's a hard style, a hard matchup style to deal with. I was close to fighting Booba Andrade, and at the very last minute, it didn't go through. Champ, don't what you talk about, Willis? Talk about
That's a
Happy
good
Brother's Day. What you
question.
talk B-side, Crawford Spence, who is worth the big pay-per-view? You say what? Besides Crawford and Spence, who worth pay-per-view? Besides Spence, shoot. I don't know, man. Boxing, I don't know, man. It's some people all over the place. I don't think that Charlo Castano is worth pay-per-view. That fight should be on Showtime.
What fight?
This Charlo versus Castano.
That's not pay-per-view.
Oh, good, because they
No, I
put
think
anything
that's
on
regular
pay-per-view.
Showtime. Yeah.
They had remember they had King Kong Ortiz and
Yeah.
Charles Martin on pay-per-view.
Yep. That's what a rumor came from, that PBC was broke because they trying to penny pinch and putting
They just
everything on
trying to
pay-per-view.
they trying to get some of that money back. Remember Al Haven spent all that money. Spent the bankroll.
Yeah, there you go, Marvin. Let's talk about that. Bud versus Charlo.
Yeah, that'd be good. Hey, Thurman versus Crawford. That's most likely
Don't
to
nobody
happen.
want to see that.
But that's most
Thurman
likely to
versus
happen
Crawford.
before Bud and Charlo fight. Because Charlo,
No.
Bud is gonna try his best to fight Errol Spence. He already said he gonna fight Errol Spence first, and then he gonna fight Charlo.
Yeah. But he said if he don't get the Spence fight, he gonna go to 54.
Yeah, but he gonna get the Spence fight one day, hopefully. Sooner than later.
Hopefully. Yeah, but how do you think he would do against Charlo, or Charlo do against him?
I don't know. You just never know. Everybody
All
thought that
right,
Canelo was
Dylan.
last night.
Thanks for chopping it up with us. Great conversation, Dylan. You had some great points.
Yeah. Sure enough. Thurman versus K9. Easy work. Yeah.
Ah, man, Saunders then got chubby on the
Who?
bit tubby.
What you say?
BJ Saunders, you talking about spider moves?
I don't know.
What's going
I
on
don't know,
with
champ.
Saunders?
Somebody speaking Spanish on here. Roberto. Hopefully it's peace. Happy Mother's Day to everybody on this boy.
Thanks, Ronald. I just try to say what I think, man. I just try to say what I see. What I see is going on. And do it in a respectful way, Speak my mind without no filter, but do it in a respectful way.
Blunts ain't good for you. Man. Thurman versus Crawford. That's a real fight. Exactly. You know what? Them kind of fights will actually give Crawford the experience I think that he definitely desperately needs before he get in the ring with Errol Spence.
I do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My
dang,
bad. I ain't mean to
can I
cut you off.
talk?
Go ahead.
No. Man.
Nah,
Hey.
Spidey Moose calling me out. I do think it's a real, it's just definitely a real fight. But man, what's up with Thurman, man?
He did say SB.
What's up with Thurman? He wanna take all these long breaks and stuff and then come back and want to be at the top and stuff. Like, Thurman, come on, man.
I remember at one point in time, all the fighters were calling him out.
Absolutely.
And he wouldn't.
And he fell off. And he fell off.
When he fell off, now he want to fight all the guys that he didn't want to fight
get
now.
Nobody
Now
no
they in
shots.
position.
He wouldn't get nobody no opportunities. Now he fell off. Now he want all the shots. Like, man, go fight somebody. Go fight Adrian Runner or somebody.
Real talk.
Oh,
yeah,
he said I'll pick Mel.
Talk to her, Spider Moves.
He said, "Nah, Spider Moves. That's my guy. I like Spider
Ronald
Moves.
Rathor.
Spider Moose, my guy. Look, Teach said I pick Melo at 54 over Bud. Always give the advantage to a man who was in the weight class longer. I agree. You know, that's a good point.
Yeah, well, hey, Keith Thurman was in a heavier weight class than Terrence Crawford. You remember he fought at junior middleweight. So how you love them?
Bivol, Triple G.
Huh?
I don't know about that one. That's what you
What?
want to see, Vinny. Bivol,
You say
Triple G.
Thurman don't beat Bud. He might not beat him, but he sure get him some work. Some work that he will definitely need, I think, to be able to compete or beat Errol Spence. Because Errol Spence got more experience, you know. And since the accident, Errol Spence has fought better than he did before the accident.
Yeah. Yeah. Spence, he's a beast.
Yeah, by far. Champ talk. Benny, what up, Benny? Oh, Bivol versus Triple G. No, we don't want to see that. Triple G get, man, he'll box Triple G socks off.
Right,
No.
exactly, man. Triple G, he ain't looking the same at all. He look older.
No, he
He
ain't.
look older, and he fight like he's
And
slowing
and
down,
I
like
don't
he
and I don't
washed a little.
we don't say that because of his new trainer, because his new trainer we know. We've been knowing Jonathan Banks for
That
the
ain't
longest.
got
It's just
him
that
being him getting old ain't got nothing to do with Jonathan Banks. He's 40. You know, wear and tear on your body.
I
That's not
mean,
throwing no
but Jonathan
faucet.
Banks,
Jonathan
has
Banks
changed,
is an
Triple
exceptional
G
trainer.
style a little bit, trying to give him the box more.
Jonathan Banks is an exceptional trainer. Ain't nobody saying nothing about Jonathan Banks. It's just the fighter. You know,
I'm
he's
just saying,
slowing down.
but styles make fights.
In my
And if it
opinion,
ain't broke, you can't fix it.
I don't speak for K9. In my opinion, you
Nina,
know,
what
he's
up?
slowing down. He look
What up,
older.
little Nina? Nina. Man, Nina all in the video, trying to, you know what I'm saying, all up in the videos. You know, we remember what's his name? Suge Knight. Come to death row. You
Yeah,
want us to
Spider
be all
Moose.
up in, with the
Thurman was
managers,
he was a
be all up
problem.
in the video.
Nobody, yeah, Thurman was a problem in his prime. He definitely was. He
Little
was a
K9 all up in
problem.
the video. Let's go, champ. Thurman at his best, like he was versus Danny Garcia, is a big problem, I think. But that is in the eye of the boxing mind. Is Ugas a stagnant boxer to UK now, meaning he was in a big fight, but did decide to try other options to stay unscathed early in fights? Oh, that's a good question. That's a long statement and then a good question. Hey, man, listen. Ugas caught Manny Pacquiao at the right time. Manny Pacquiao should have never got in the ring with someone as hungry as Ugas in a short notice fight. When you getting ready for a southpaw and a southpaw pulls out because of an eye injury or for surgery, you fight another southpaw or lower or lesser southpaw, not no fighter that's hungry and that's an orthodox fighter. It didn't make sense at all. At all.
And he
And
was
I just
scheduled to
think,
fight on that card too.
what?
He was scheduled to fight on the undercard too.
Yeah, so man, so he was in shape and ready.
Yep.
And you tell him, that's like you tell me, K9. You know, we Floyd want to fight you. What? I'm about to go run right now, off the live, and out there with the sauna suit on. Turn the heat up, because we about to eat up. And he going, night, night, stay down. Let's go, champ. Stop it. Hashtag dogs are us. Let's go, champ. You already know what it is. Ronald Finkley, dog fight. Oh, man.
Man,
Stop
Canelo
it.
was so tired. He was real
Yeah.
tired.
Hey, Canelo, a different guy now. You know, hey, I think he should move up. I think he can kind of resurrect his career a little bit to a certain extent if he moved up in weight, because he done outgrew 160. And if he fought at 168, was able to eat a little bit more now, you know, and didn't just drain himself and, you know, worked his way back up to, because he's a natural big dude. but he didn't get so used to being at 160, and and he needed a nutritionist to help him to gain the weight the right way, or to get used to fighting at 168 or 8 extra pounds, so he can move properly and not be lacklustrous, or to be yeah, stiff. You know what I mean? Because he should be fighting at 168. He should have been fighting at 168. But if you can get down in weight and be way bigger than the guys that you fight, then do what you can do, or do what's best for you. I should have been fighting at welterweight. Can you imagine me at welterweight? I probably would have destroyed them boys if I'm whooping cats at 154.
Hey, champ, this is a good question for you. An honest question.
Yeah.
Jonathan Banks has to be somewhat responsible for Triple G's lackluster performances. Do you think that? Do you think people want to see the old Triple G fighting, or do you think people want to see this
Hey,
boxing Triple G?
hey, if you want to give yourself Triple G, if Triple G want to give yourself the best chance to win, go with your best arsenal. Your best arsenal is not a jab, and you're moving around thinking you Floyd Mayweather, or Muhammad Ali. If it ain't broken, you can't fix it. You don't fix it. You can't fix it. Go back to going for knockouts. Go out, quit trying to box, because you weren't boxing early on. That ain't what got you where you at now. So why box now? Oh, I don't want to. He want to get out the way now because he's getting older. Well, guess what? You getting older, you're gonna be slower. So why try to box now when you ain't gonna be as fast when you get older? So one thing that don't leave you when you get older is the power. That don't go nowhere. So forget that boxing. You know what I mean? Cats gonna respect you because of the power you get. But if you go in the ring and the bell go ding ding and you backing up like you a boxer, they gonna go forward, and they gonna start feeling like they gonna feel like that ain't the same. And you're gonna make fights harder. Like his last fight was a hard fight. Why? Because he was trying to box. And Triple G is not a boxer. He's a fighter. When I say fighter, he's a Mike Tyson type guy. He's not a Terrence Crawford type guy. He's not a Vicentino Macheco type guy. He is not that guy. He's more like Canelo Alvarez. So if it ain't broke, you can't fix it. And why are you trying to? That ain't made Triple G what Triple G is. He didn't get the Michael Jordan deal from being a boxer. He got that deal and signed with the Zone and made the millions of dollars from knocking guys out. And if he go to trying to box everybody instead of go for the knockout, he gonna mess around and get knocked out. And I'm nervous for him if he get in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez is mad right now. He got something to prove.
How do you think
And
he did against Murata?
who?
Is that the guy?
He looked bad. I mean, if you saw the whole fight, you would say, man, he looked terrible
What's
before the
wrong
knockout,
with you,
before the
B
stoppage.
Jackson?
Kudos
B
to him. He got
Jackson.
the W. But a lot of people only saw the highlights. They didn't see the whole fight.
Oh wow.
I saw the whole fight, champ. Champ! I saw the whole fight. He looked garbage.
Hey, B
He
Jackson
almost
about
lost.
B Jackson about that big drama show. Triple G should knock
Yeah.
Jonathan Banks out in the gym for ruining his style.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. He almost messed that money up. It was gonna be either Triple G messing that money up, or Floyd, or either Canelo was gonna mess that money up. And Canelo say today, because he still had power and he stopped his opponent, but Canelo lost. So we might have never see Triple G Canelo fight now, but it's a lot more interesting now that Canelo don't have that same momentum going into the fight as he would have had if he would have beat Bivol. If he would have beat Bivol, if he would have stopped Bivol, everybody would have been like, oh man, Triple G gonna get killed. Now, if you fight Bivol again and lose again and they fight him and Triple G, you're gonna give Triple G a chance to win.
So
Because
let me ask
Canelo
the
be coming
chat.
off a 2-fight loss.
Hey, K9 champ. Let me ask the chat. Please, chat, respond to this. Who is the 2 fights y'all want to see Canelo fight? What 2 fights y'all want to see Canelo fight?
Shoot.
Please respond in the chat. I want to know. I really want to know.
I would mind seeing Triple G fight. Let me see. You tell me who you think. Who would you like to see Triple G fight?
No, I want to hear from the chat.
I wouldn't mind seeing. Look.
Let's say he come back in September.
I would mind seeing Triple G if he was sharp. If he's sharp, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight. If he's sharp, he come in there sharp, just for looking good. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Charlo. A younger Triple G. I'm talking about a Triple G like the old Triple G.
My bad. Did I say Triple G? Wait. Did I say Triple G? Yeah. Did I say? My bad. I meant Canelo. Canelo. I'm sorry, y'all. What 2 fights do y'all want to see Canelo fight? Coming back off this loss, what 2 fights y'all want to see him fight?
Oh, Charlo and Benavidez. Or I wouldn't mind seeing him see what Marvin just said. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Triple G and Charlo. Or I wouldn't mind seeing him fight. Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight what's that guy? Magua. I wouldn't mind seeing Canelo fight Magua and Charlo, or either Magua and Benavidez. Magua. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing. Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Magua and Triple G, but I would like to see him fight Magua. I think that guy that got good. He tough, and Oscar want to see Canelo lose to one of his fighters so bad because he mad because he left him. So I would love to see that fight, Mexican versus Mexican.
So would y'all want him to fight Triple G next in September? Y'all think he should still go through with the September fight against Triple G?
Who?
Canelo.
Listen, I still think Triple G.
And should he beat Triple G in September if he go through with it? Who should he fight next after that?
Hey, after that, he should go fight Charlo or either Magua. I would like to see him fight Charlo after that. If he go fight Triple G and beat Triple G, I want to see him fight Charlo. Then after he fight Charlo, then go to the big dog. Go fight Magua. Go fight Benavidez. Then after the Benavidez fight, they go fight Magua. And then retire. Call it a day. And go be the president or something. Yeah. I mean, that's what I would like to see, you know? Or, you know what? Just say forget it. Tell the whole world to kiss your butt. And then you done. I'm through. It's over. You done made all the money in the world. I'm done. You mean, hey, look, that's the way to go out. Go out with somebody that's bigger than you beating you. It took for somebody that was bigger than you to beat you. And just call it a day. Say forget it. I'm done. Shock the world. Like Benavidez, like Bivol did. Shock the world. I'm done. I'm through. Had to save Triple G a butt whooping. Had to save some of the middleweights a butt whooping that's willing to go up in weight. You know, or I wouldn't mind seeing Canelo versus Jake Paul. There you go. Right on cue, Marvin. Put Canelo in there with Jake Paul. Because Jake Paul now probably see, I tell you, I can beat him. I'm telling you. When you see what Bivol did, I would have did the same thing. Yeah, right. Canelo would knock that boy out. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. I'm not playing. Stop it. A bark, a bite. Overhand right. Welcome to K9 Boxing. And we got SB in the building. Champ Talk. And you got yours truly. That's right. K Nizzle. And if y'all want to know what I got SB for Mother's Day, I'll tell you tomorrow. We tapping in tomorrow too. Every day. SB, we every day in this boy. We got to find us a good time so everybody know we on this boy at a certain time.
Let me ask you, Champ. Was you really that excited to see Canelo lose? Or was it for entertainment purposes?
Whenever it's big news and something I'm a part of, I got a chance to reflect on, I just like different. I like being different. I like something I'm seeing that I can't believe I'm seeing. That's positive. I'm an underdog. I've been an underdog all my life, so I was happy to see the underdog prevail. Because I know I've been counted out before. Literally, counted out before I even got in the ring. Like, and everybody was counting Bivol out, and he took offense to that. If you go look at the weigh-in, his eyes, he looked just like Manny Pacquiao when the bell go ding ding. How he turned to Bruce Lee. That man was like Bruce Lee in the weigh-in. You can see in his eyes, he felt disrespected. That this little bitty dude think he coming up in my weight class, basically in my house. That's like somebody coming in his house disrespecting me in my house. They ain't gonna win in my house because I got all kind of tricks and things that I can use to get a boy up out of there. So when you going up in somebody's house or up in somebody's weight class and they the champ and you a little dude trying to move up to take what's theirs and all this stuff is going on right now with with all of the wars that we have in Russia, he took it personal and real personal. And Canelo had to pay for that. He was not scared of the boogeyman, the little bitty dude moving up in weight. And he wasn't about to let Canelo beat David, and he wasn't about to be, well, he was going to be Goliath, but what you thought Goliath would have did to David is what Bivol did to Canelo. Stop it! I kept screaming, stop it! But one thing about Canelo, he can't take a punch. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think he was hurt in a fight, but he felt the power because this man is fighting at 175, so he's easily can walk around weighing 190, 200. I easily walk around weighing 180 something in my best days, but got down to 154. And that's true talk. That's real talk. That's real spit.
Much love, Ronald Finkel.
That's right, Marvin. Underdog wins are always fun. Always, exactly. When I went and fought over in Germany, and I became number 2 in the world, and I defeated the Russian. That's right, because I beat Russians. See what I'm saying? So I know it's gonna be easy for Canelo to beat that Russian. They tough as nails. Just like the Iraqi movie, that Russian is tough. Off TV, they tough for real. And I'm the black Mexican. I went over there and stretched that boy. You feel me? But it wasn't easy. They ain't going out without a fight, man. And them guys, they tough. Tough. And for real, I'm being real with you. And I just was happy, man. I just was happy because, SB just counting this man out. Oh, Canelo got this fight easy work. Who you think I win? Canelo.
Yeah, I was cocky. I was definitely
Forced
cocky.
me to wear Sobrano.
Yeah.
Told myself, you should wear Sobrano. Tell him. You was Team Canelo yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Exactly.
cocky.
Well,
I can admit that. I definitely was overconfident
wow.
in Canelo.
I
See,
still want my squats too.
I don't have a problem with being wrong. I'm gonna admit my wrongs. I don't have a problem with that. I was wrong. I thought Canelo would win.
Hey,
I
I
thought
was wrong too, but I was. Hey, listen, I was happy for
I thought it would
Bivol.
turn out like the
Very
Caleb
happy
Plant
for him.
fight. I thought it would turn out like the Caleb Plant fight. He'd catch up with him in the later rounds. But when I saw
I thought the same thing.
when I saw Canelo could barely land cleanly on
Yeah,
Bivol, I knew it was a problem. And
right.
then you slowly start seeing Canelo get frustrated. And then Canelo could barely land on Bivol, but you see Bivol continue to land on Canelo. He started to get frustrated, was about to slam the man and everything. I was like, oh, it's over. It's definitely
Yeah.
over. I scored it 9-3 for Bivol. I don't know what's going on with them judges. But I guess they like, okay, if Canelo gonna lose, we gonna make the fight close as possible. Just like when they gave Canelo, one judge gave Canelo the fight
Yeah.
against Mayweather. Come
Absolutely.
on now. That was a clear
Yeah.
unanimous decision.
Hey, hey, listen, they love, they don't, I'm about to say they love Canelo. Yeah.
Yeah, there's weight divisions for a reason. Definitely.
That's real talk. That's real talk. And I kept
Definitely.
saying it last night. I kept saying it. Listen, it's weight classes for a reason. You got to stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I mean, and listen, Canelo did a great job at picking and choosing, but hey, got greedy, and Satan was greedy. You know what I mean? And look what happened to him. He failed.
Marvin, let me ask
And
Marvin a
that's
question.
what happened to Canelo. He failed. Not saying
Marvin,
he's Satan or nothing, but being greedy is a sin, and it can get you in trouble. And
Marvin,
Canelo paid the price.
Marvin Johnson, you said wasted energy on arm punches. Punches. Do you think that Canelo was intentionally hitting his arms?
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, hey,
So
listen,
if
when
you
I'm going
intent,
to a guy,
if
go ahead.
let me let
Go
me let
ahead.
me say this: if you intentionally hitting the guy's arm, then they arm gonna hurt to where they not even gonna want to put their arms up. So was that a tactic of Canelo's to intentionally hit this man's arm to get his arms tired to where he don't want to lift them up or injure a man's arm? Cause it be some dirty, sneaky stuff these fighters be doing in the ring.
That's not dirty. If the man hitting the guy in the arm, that's
I
legal.
mean, you using it as an advantage to wear a man's arms down.
Hey, I would do it when I be sparring guys to the body. I used to spar hot rice to the body. I used to try to kill his arms. Legal. It's legal. There's no hitting below the belt. Above the belt is good, as long as it ain't in the back of the head.
Nope, it didn't work, did it? It did not work. It
Of
definitely
course,
did not work.
he a littler man.
Yeah, it did not work, Marvin, at all. B. Jackson said, "Is that a boxing tactic, champ? Hit a man's arm?"
Hey, it didn't work, so no. He tried. He failed. Hey, but hey, how you know how you if you don't try, you won't succeed. You gotta at least try. And like I say, Canelo just bit off more than he could chew. Way more than he can chew. Hey, we appreciate everybody in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button because I don't know how many likes we got. I don't know how many new subscribers we got. But SB was nice enough to come in on the chat on Mother's Day. So y'all give it up for SB. NK9
You
Boxing.
silly.
You hear me?
Y'all definitely made me feel comfortable. I appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely made me feel
And I kept
comfortable.
telling SB to come on live. I said,
Definitely.
SB, we can take
I
this
had
channel to the
fun.
next
I had
level.
fun on the chat with y'all, on the live with y'all. I
You
really
got
did.
to come on this boy and let's get busy. So they can see that I ain't the only person that got knowledge. Man, hey, look, me and SB having some great conversations about boxing. And I'd be like, nope, let's save it for the chat. I don't want to talk about it because we can get paid for this conversation.
Thank you, Timothy. I appreciate you.
Look, everybody see that? See, I'm a
Rondo,
leader. It
thank
taking me to
you.
say that just for me to get everybody. Happy Mother's Day! Happy Mother's
Spider Moose. Thank you, Spider Moose. Marvin, thank
Champ!
you. I appreciate
Champ!
y'all. I
Hey,
appreciate
let me
y'all.
ask you.
SB still made excuses. I made excuses, B. Jackson. Okay. All right. That's your
That's
opinion.
right.
That's your
Yes,
opinion. I
so
respect it.
call it ace and a
I
spade a
respect
spade.
it,
Talk to
B.
him.
Jackson. I respect it.
Yeah.
We can agree to disagree. I
Taking
respect it.
sides. Taking sides. Who you rolling with? So I got, and SB, let me ask you this. If a man is taking care of his kids and the mother isn't there, do he celebrate Mother's Day too?
No, he's a father. That's why
I mean, he
that's
can
why
still
there's
celebrate.
Father's Day.
It could be, for that
Nope.
day, it could be, he's celebrating
That's why it's Father's Day. He can
Father's Day
celebrate
as
Father's
Mother's Day
Day.
because he's being the parent. He's
Okay,
doing
so
her job and
that
his job.
that is why God gave us two parents. So if the mother's not there, you have the father. You have a father. So you
But I'm
don't.
saying it's still a holiday. If the mama isn't there, let's say the mother is resting in peace. So, and the kid is crying because it's Mother's Day. So you got to take that void and say, you know what? I'm your dad. You know what I'm saying? I got you. You know, we're gonna celebrate Mother's Day. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And the kid can say, you know what, Dad, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got you. Right? You know, Mom ain't here no more, but I'm gonna celebrate with you on Mother's Day. We're gonna have fun. You know, I can't hear you. You gotta make it make sense.
My screen froze. Yeah, my screen froze.
Exactly. It's
No,
Parents' Day.
in that situation, like you said, if a mother's not here anymore, then you put a remembrance to mother. You share that time with the children to really uplift and share memories about the mother. You don't take the day and say, okay, I'm your mother too, and I'm your father, your mother, if it's a situation like that. But that's why Father's Day, Mother's Day, where this come from anyway?
I'm just saying because I thought about that earlier. You know what I mean? It's like it's a lot of single dudes out here, with kids. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then it's taking care of kids. You know what I mean? And
Your mother and the
hey,
father.
a woman to sit there and say, I'm your daddy, I'm your mama and your daddy. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's their
And I'm
opinion.
not saying a man should say that I'm your mama and your daddy because he's a daddy, but if the mother ain't there, you know what I mean? It should be something.
Let
A
the
man,
man have both days. I hear you, Ronald.
exactly. We need to have, because we don't get no love. For
Female
Christmas,
talking
we
boxing.
might
Much
get a
love, mama.
card. But the thing about a man is appreciative for anything. You give me a card, I'm happy. A pair of socks, anything that's coming from my wife, I appreciate it like if it's $1 million.
Parents Day.
But a woman, you get her a card, she gonna look inside and see where the money at. Like, this all I get. You know what I'm saying? Where the money at?
Hey, at the end of the day, the kid have someone that loves them, and these kids should always feel love. You got if the father's not there, and you just have the mother. If the mother's not there, you just have the father. As long as you giving that kid love, because that's what
Yeah,
these children need. Because when they grow up without the love, then they
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
prove something and and they want acceptance from the wrong crowd, and then
yeah.
they end up getting into trouble and stuff. So as long as that kid is getting the love it needs, hey, whatever.
Yeah,
That's what's
I
important.
think listen, last night you can say what you want to say, but I think Canelo was being a little too affectionate with his kids and his girl. I mean, that could have been a distraction. I don't think that his baby needed to be there in the dressing room with him at that time, and he needs to be a little bit more focused. You know what I mean? Yesterday. This other guy, I didn't see his kids and nobody until after the fight. That man was focused. He was there to win, and when I got a fight coming up, I sleep in different rooms. You know what I mean? We don't sleep in the same room. I'm focused, you know what I mean? And on the contender, they thought they was doing me a favor when they had you come in the dressing room as a
Yeah, that stuff
surprise.
was Hollywood like a bug. That
Yeah,
was some
that's
Hollywood
like
stuff.
you don't do stuff like that. That's how come I wasn't on season one. It's like 'cause this is a reality show, and we don't do what y'all trying to do to make TV. We are real fighters. I'm a real fighter, so I didn't want to take no chance on them robbing me like they end up doing anyway on season one.
Canelo probably was nervous. That's probably why he was showing all that attention to his kids. You never know what y'all fighters be going
Canelo,
through.
now you going to say Canelo nervous?
I didn't say he was
Wow.
scared. I'm not
So,
saying
but
that's
he
why he
taking
lost.
chances. So
I'm
you
not
say right?
saying.
Well, now he's
See, now you
scared.
trying to
Wow.
make B, what's his name? B Jackson right. It
Wow.
B Jackson, you the one said no, it was Dylan. It was Dylan.
B
Now
Jackson
you trying to
gone now, I
make
think.
Dylan right, like I'm making excuses for Canelo. I am not making excuses for Canelo. He got beat
Wow.
fair and square. I was happy that they did not rob Bivol. How much I like Canelo and like watching him fight, I was so happy they didn't rob that man. I was so happy.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I was. Cause that look,
Stop it.
I
You'd have
look,
been like, I
I
told
didn't
you Canelo was gonna win.
I've experienced you be robbed in boxing, giving messed up decisions. So I mean, I'm firsthand with it. I don't like that, man. Get a man to fight. He went out there and he won the fight. Give him the fight. Don't take it from him off
Hey, well, you
politics.
see what my man Spider Moose said when it's time to flip the switch. No place for a woman and children to be around.
That's true. I
Yeah,
agree.
Yeah, I'm
Just like the
telling you.
movie 300.
You come on. Just think about this though.
I can't believe I just said that. Just like the movie 300.
Listen. Yeah, I ain't never have to go out of town for training camp. I always stay home because I know when it's time. What when it's time to take care of business. We already know ain't no rookie. When I got a say fight coming up, we don't play that. We don't play that. We don't play that. And that's the good thing about having a soulmate, a spouse that understands the business of
Exactly.
boxing. See, when you in there with, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you got a fight coming up, and y'all beginners in the game, you might take chances you shouldn't take that could cost you later on, because it's really real that your legs get weak after you perform, if you know what I mean. And I'm talking about out the ring, you know what I mean? So, you can't play boxing. And that's real talk.
Oh, no sex in boxing. When you got a fight
Absolutely.
coming up, and for you to say that, remember that Wilder's wife said that?
Yeah, sure did.
That Wilder was getting down when he had fights coming up a week before the fight, couple days before the fight. Like,
Yeah.
man, you can't do that stuff.
You can't. You can't. Your legs, remember that song SWV had? Weak at the knees. She'll mess around, be weak at the knees. And we don't play that. We don't play that. We don't play that. Unit. Yeah, but hey, listen, Canelo stumped the place up last night.
Facts, Arizona. Facts.
Hey. Yeah, no, Canelo stumped the place up last night. Hey.
He did. He did.
Yeah, he did terrible.
I'm not making no excuses, man, for him.
Yeah.
He stunk the place up. He looked at the worst I've ever saw him look. He looked worse than when he fought against Mayweather.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, you sure lose your fights, boy. You better not be a boxer then, because you ain't got no discipline. You're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna find yourself on the short end of the stick every time. You're gonna find yourself hand down, man down. Can't be out there like the scarecrow with no legs. To tell you. For shizzle. Man. Yep. And then, another thing with Wilder is like, I'm not knocking his trainer, but I'm to a certain extent knocking this trainer. Like, how do you have a trainer that you beat, who you threw a punch at, and you didn't actually land, and he fell, and you know what I mean? And next thing you know, he your trainer. So I don't think that it's really hard to respect a trainer that you knocked out. You know what I mean? It's just hard. Like, you tell him you ain't training. And what he gonna say? Ain't like he can beat you. Could be scared of you. So I can't train a fighter that's not gonna respect me. Or we gonna have to have some agreement. Okay, bro, you want to do what you want to do? As long as you're gonna pay me, I know you ain't gonna win. I just pay me, and what you want me to do? You want me to? All right, go get the ropes. I go get the ropes. You want some water? I give you some water. But if I'm trying to win, or if you're trying to win, you gotta listen. You gotta listen. If you don't listen, then I already know what's gonna happen. And I might come home upset every night, like, man, SB, this cat is not listening. Word on the streets is that Wilder didn't even run because he wanted to keep his weight up. And to keep your weight up, you can't jog. You can't run. Because running will make you lose weight. And he didn't want to go into the fight and with Tyson Fury being that much heavier than him. So he said, I'm not gonna run so I can keep my weight up. But he should have had a nutritionist probably, if he didn't have one that was good at, you can go run, I'm still gonna make sure you gain weight, But hey, it is what it is. I still respect him. Still a dog in my eyes. And every time I saw him, we ran across each other, it was all real, And you win some, you lose some. But hey, he definitely go down in history as one of the hardest punchers in boxing history. Hey, I hope that him and Mark Breland can actually make peace with each other too, When you're talking them dollars and cents, it's easy for, a trainer, or a manager, a fighter to get into it with each other. We ain't talking about crumbs, And we talk about boxing is one of the dirtiest sports in the world. And you just never know what be going on behind closed doors. Now, word on the streets, or it was said that Mark Beaton tampered with Deontay Wilder's water. Now, I know Mark Beaton personally. We trained together at the original Crunk Gym. And I've talked to him on the phone. I actually got his number now. And he just don't seem like the kind of guy that would do that. Now, do you put anything past anybody in the sport of boxing? No, because it's a dirty game. And you can play it to a certain extent. Real talk. Champ talk. With SB. And Benny Graves and his almost cuss and his boy. Oh my goodness. Boy, it's one of them days.
Taylor Made Sally said, I need some shirts.
Oh yeah. We right here with it. Look, let me see. I'll let y'all see the dog. Y'all see him? Y'all see him? Champ talk. Look at me. Y'all see me? Where we at? Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Hey, Arizona, I feel you, man. Shoot. I was sick about it watching Canelo get beat up like that.
Yeah. Hey, hand down, man down. He didn't get knocked out, so yeah, that's cool. I'm trying to figure out what pools you talking about. Said pool needs some shirts also. Because you already know, I don't be on Facebook like that, so I got to actually see exactly who talking so I can know exactly who this is.
Oh, man.
Man! Oh, yeah, we got 1,000 shirts.
Tyson Fury rose up like the Undertaker that first fight.
Okay, I got you. I know what it is now. You said what, SB?
Tyson Fury rose up like the Undertaker that first fight.
Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, shout out to Crunks. Shout out to Tyson Fury. Shout out to Sugar Hill. We started that. You feel me? Yeah, we started it. So you already know what it is. Yeah, I know. Blaine and Linwood. Come on now. Marcellus, what up, though? Hey, listen, man. Y'all got to go. Hey, cuz, go to my YouTube channel because it's where we at. We on YouTube. My YouTube channel is K9 Boxing. It's where we at on Mother's Day. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe too, champ. Cuzzo. Yeah, go there right now so I can see what your account is. If you ain't got an account, make you an account. This is where we at. We on YouTube. K9 Boxing. Appreciate you though.
So what's up with that the Joshua Usyk fight? You think Joshua gonna get him this time?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know, man. Joshua, Joshua seems like he don't care. He win. If he don't, he don't. Man, listen. Once you lose one fight, it seems like you're never the same. It seems like he just make. I don't know if it's Eddie Hearn or if it's him, but they be making some bad decisions. I mean, just think about it. One of the worst decisions, two of the top worst decisions that Eddie Hearn has made, and the Zone has made, is Anthony Joshua coming to America and losing to Andy Ruiz Jr. Once Big Baby Miller failed that drug test, they should have fought an opponent that they knew they was going to beat. But they looked at Andy Ruiz Jr., who looked at like Fat Albert, hey, and they thought they was going to be easy pickings. And he went out there and shocked the world. And one of the biggest upsets in boxing history, my top 5. And then on top of that, we in 2022. Let me rewind that. We in 2022. And you mean to tell me you haven't learned your lesson? You let Canelo go up in weight. I know he is old man, but y'all got all this money that y'all don't pay him. And a guaranteed fight that he gonna fight Triple G next. You go out there and you allow him to lose? Wow. Some of the baddest matchmaking and decisions that has ever been made in the sport of boxing, this Zone has made. With Canelo Alvarez, the top pound for pound, the highest paid boxing athlete that we have right now, and in probably a close second or third place, Anthony Joshua, who goes out there and not only does he lose to Andy Ruiz Jr., he goes out there and loses to a cruiserweight and Usyk. I mean, them bad decisions, bad matchmaking, and you might have to just say that they don't have the experience, because Canelo was making them same bad decisions when he was with Oscar De La Hoya. Real talk. Real talk. Holla at me. So one thing you gotta say, and I was promoted by Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotions too. Now they didn't have my best interest, so hey, they could get the middle finger from me. You know what I mean? How they played me. But they had Canelo's back for real. The Mexicans gonna stick together. You will see, hey, not trying to knock them, but hey, listen, you will see 5 of them in a 1-bedroom house. They make it work. You know what I mean? And that's what all Americans should do. Whether if you're black, you need to stick together and not kill each other. Black kill black more than anybody. But hey, that's life, and it's a crazy world we live in. But man, I appreciate everybody on this boy tonight. Whoever thought that I'd be on this boy live. I don't know what time it is right now. What SB and the gang. We got the gang in this boy. Spider Moose, Benny Grass, Beat Jackson. Everybody in this boy. Spider Moose, Marvin Johnson, Ronald Finley, Arizona, this boy. Winston Bird, what up, though, boy? Okay, I hear you. Say I'm here. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all make sure y'all check in Saturday.
Yeah, oh yeah,
y'all
definitely
doing that watch
party. Y'all gotta
tap
in. We got that Charlo fight. That's why I say if you own a channel right now, you gotta not only subscribe to the channel, you gotta hit the bell, hit the notifications. You hit the subscribe button. It's a red button to say subscribe. You hit that, and then you gotta hit the bell. The bell is a notification, so when we go live, you know what I mean. You already know the champ is here. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. I see my dog Winston, this boy, though. Yeah, hit me up, cuz. Sally, what up, boy? B. Jackson is there. A new Crunk in Detroit. Yes, it is. They ain't gonna let Crunk go nowhere. It's money to be made. I mean, we'll never have another original Crunk gym where all the best fighters in the world fought at. Where it was one world champions at the original Crunk gym than any other gym in the history of boxing. There'll never be another one of those. Rest in peace to Emmanuel Stewart. Rest in peace to my dog, man. A few days ago, we lost a real fighter, a real dog of mine. A man, I can't believe it that he gone, man. But yeah, rest in peace to my dog Jermaine. But hey, we ain't gonna be here forever, and we just pray that you accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, bro. You hear me? So you can, when you leave this boy, you be up there with the Lord, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. For sure. And Sally, I told you, boy, go. Hey, Winston did it. You hear me? Listen. He did it. He went on YouTube and subscribed to the channel. He on his boy right now.
Haney Convulsions.
He'll be on Penguin Park doing 1,000 laps getting ready to fight Floyd. Exactly. That's right. Floyd didn't want that work. You hear me?
Haney Convulsions. What we doing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know when they fighting. Man, hey, listen. I don't want to tell y'all who I think gonna win. I don't want to tell y'all. I don't want to be biased.
Oh yeah, they gonna shred you up.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna call the ace and a spade. Finkley, what's up though? Name sound kind of like Finkel, Ronald Finkel or Ronald Finkley. What up though, champ? Boy, oh boy, what time is it anyway? What time is it?
10:42.
10:42. Ooh, it's getting late. I need to find that guy for my son. He 3, about to be 4. You need to find what? You need to find a guy for your son. What you mean? To box or something? I don't know exactly what you're saying. But yeah, like I say, Sally, Marcellus, boy, come over here on YouTube. K9 Boxing. Ooh, Marvin Johnson say by knockout. I don't know if we're gonna do all that, but ooh, I do have him, possibly winning. Yeah, yep.
All right, y'all. It was nice chilling with everybody.
Yeah.
Conversing with everybody. We had some great conversations today. Discuss the fight. I really had fun with y'all today, and I'm about to check out. Hopefully, K9 can get me back on here and invite me on the show again. But
Hey, they go my dog, Guy Packer. I remember I fought Guy Packer. My dog, I fought him on ESPN. Shout out to my dog, Guy Packer. We actually had a fight before. We fought on ESPN. My very first time fighting on TV. Shout out to my dog, Guy Packer. Guy Packer, go to YouTube. We are on YouTube. K9 Boxing. Holla at your boy. Taylor
champ.
May.
All right, champ. I'm gone.
You go?
See y'all. Love y'all, chat. See y'all later.
Oh, I ain't going nowhere. I'm still here. Let's go, champ. We ain't going nowhere. Go off this, boy. We're going to be at 40 million people, 40 million subscribers. Hit the like button. That's another thing, the reason why I want you, cuz, to come on YouTube. You got to hit the like button. Because when you hit 1,000 likes, 2,000 likes, the video pops up whenever you type in whatever its title is. If the title is Canelo Alvarez loses to Dmitry Bivol, whoever got the most likes, and you type in that code or that name or that fight, your video will pop up. Spider Moose. Okay, Taylor May, do it then, boy. Do it, Sally, so I can see what your name gonna pop up under. Man, happy Mother's Day to all the women out here that's holding it down, waiting at the strip club, got their kids being watched by, R. Kelly and them. Keep them away from these, crazy family members. Everybody that's a so-called family ain't family. And you can't trust everybody, even if they family. You got some rapists, some pedophiles out here, man. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. Yes, it is. Champ talk. Let's go, champ. I don't know why it seems like it's later than what it really is. I feel like you're so quiet. I'm thinking it's like 2:00 in the morning. Thank you. I take care of mine all by myself. Oh yeah, appreciate it. Hey, look, I salute you. I salute you. It ain't easy out here. You feel me? I don't trust nobody with my kids. You hear me? If they ain't gonna take care of their own kids, you know they ain't gonna take care of yours. Like, let me watch your son. He's so beautiful. No, your kid running around here like baby. Oh, heck, you letting your kid fall. Oh, he a little boy. He gonna be okay. No, I don't want my kid getting older to be like, man, where this come from? This cut. No. Then you got Ed. You know what I mean? That is your kid folks who be looking at, his little cousins and all that. Oh man, you got some pedophiles. Tell you, man. Everybody got somebody in their family that they got sex demons in them, man. Problems. Messing with their own kids, Oh man, R. Kelly out here pissing on people. No, man, we can't do that. You can't trust him. MC Hammer should come out with a song. Can't trust this. Can't trust this. SB! Dang, SB killed him tonight. Before it started getting like it got though, SB, you gotta admit, I had the party jumping first. Stop it. Oh my goodness. Watch out! Champ! Arizona, like I said, you never know who is who. You don't. You don't, man. Listen, if they ain't saved, if they haven't accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, you can't put nothing past them. Exactly. See? Your dad did what, Arizona? They gotta read what you just said. Oh, yes, you right. My baby don't go. No. Yeah, you can't. Oh, that's my charge right there. I'm looking for that boy. Yeah, you can't listen, man. Listen to everybody on the chat, on the live right now. Man, do not trust your little bitty kids who can't tell you if somebody messed with they behind, they little booty, they butt. Don't if they can't talk to tell you what happened, do not let them be watched by your cousin's cousin or your uncle's cousin, nephew, niece, none of that. Until they old enough to be able to tell you what's going on and to be able to say no and tell you what happened, don't do it. Because, not one thing I always do though, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man, is in my spirit, I pray for the kids. God said that to even see the kingdom of heaven, you gotta humble yourself as little kids. Pharaoh in the beginning in the Bible, they was trying to kill the blessed baby Jesus. So what he did is he killed every firstborn kid to try to kill Jesus. So kids are the future, bro. And if you could get to these kids, you could get, what I mean, to a lot of people. Just think about it. A lot of people got to pay child support. Why? Because of the kids. And kids are the future. My kid is gonna leave a lineage of my genes, and my family gonna grow because of his kids, and his kids are gonna have his kids. And if you can abort these kids, if you can take these kids' innocence from them, if you can corrupt their brains, their mind with video games all day, then you can mess the world up. You can destroy the world. It's kids killing kids. What I mean? And I'm just being 100 with you. You got to protect your kids as much as possible. I don't trust my kids, with nobody. And it ain't just because, K9 funny acting. It's just that, I know when I was a kid, I was watched by a cousin, you know what I mean? And he tried to, get me. And I wasn't having that. Thank God I knew right from wrong, you know what I mean? And it didn't happen. But just think though, I wouldn't be who I am today. I would be probably a fag or gay or had AIDS, you know what I mean? It's a dirty game out here. So, you know, I know, what I mean, it's a dirty game, man. And you cannot trust everybody. And you gotta stay in prayer. And I don't care how tough you are, you need to have God. You need to talk to God. And one thing I love about God, out of a billion things I love about God or more, is that he will use the toughest guy to do, his toughest deeds. If you look at all the people in the Bible, he used some of his greatest soldiers were ex-thieves or ex-murderers, you know what I mean? So, and that's another thing I love about God is that he will give anybody a chance. He will bless anybody. You know what I mean? Just think of me. I was a dope seller. I was a knockout artist. I was out here in the streets. Bad. You feel me? Real bad. No dad, no education. Mama on drugs, alcoholic. And God used me to speak to the world and tell everybody how good he was and how real he was and that all things are possible with God. I changed my whole life. Stopped smoking weed, stopped selling drugs, got married, stopped being, um, what's that? A HO out here, settled down, you know what I mean, and had kids and saved and won 2 world titles, taking care of my family. Ain't bragging because it's all about God. Nobody better than nobody else. Real talk. Terrible, man, so, and don't put nothing past nobody, you hear me? It's a dirty world out here. But hey, with God, all things are possible, y'all. Stay out the way. Y'all knock Jake head off. I will stop that boy. Whoop that trick. But yeah, man, keep God first, man. I appreciate everybody, for tapping in. Y'all know where we at. We own this boy. Thank you, Arizona, for sure. Never too big for my britches. Taylor made. You told me you gonna come. You doing it now. You gonna go to my YouTube channel. You ain't made it there yet. Stop it! Come on, champ. We right here. All you gotta do is type in K9 Boxing. And then bam, you on YouTube. Then boom, hit the like button. Cause this is where we at, cuz. You know what I mean? You can hit me up tomorrow too, and let's kick it. Let's talk this boxing. Got a little boy now. You gotta get your boy right. You know, I'm gonna get him right. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, listen, I changed the game. You know, a lot of people tell me they proud of me, and they ain't talking about just because I won world titles. Oh man, we proud of you, champ, because you know, they talking about how I changed my life. You know what I mean? I give glory to God, and you know what I mean. And don't be getting caught up in that, man. Man, that's the white man. You know, he had the blue eyes. We don't know what color Jesus is. You know, he might have green eyes, gray eyes, red eyes. You know what I mean. I know when he come back, he just says his eyes is gonna be a flame of fire. So you don't put a color on God. It's about the blood. You feel me? So I'm just saying, man, you know, it's all about the blood. You know what I mean? He died for our sins. So God see us in the name of Jesus and he forgive us through the blood of Christ. You know what I mean? He died for our sins. So it ain't about what color he was. It's about he died for mankind and to give us a chance, you know, to get saved. And he took the place of Adam and Eve. He took the place of us because we were going to go to hell. But, you know what I mean? He took the place and died for our sins, so we wouldn't go to hell. So now, if you accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior and believe that he rose on the third day, then guess what? You are under grace and you can go where I'm leaving to when I leave this boy one day. Yeah, I got 4 kids. And I love them all to death. I appreciate it, Marvin. MJ, this boy. You like MJ for real? Which one? Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan? Which one? And my favorite basketball player, I'm gonna tell you, played with the Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas. Finkley! Finkley said when he was 30, he said, I looked into a twinkling rock, I walked away, and then so if you got us all things, young and old, and all colors of people. That's right, man. Listen, yeah. They all fighting over man, black man, oh man, white man, yellow man, you know. Come on, man. Everybody fighting over green man, the green dollar. You know what I mean? Listen, we all came from Adam and Eve. Now, how it happened, where you got white people, black people, and Mexicans, and you got, you know, Dominicans and all that, and Japanese people. And listen, God can do all things. So, how that happened, it happened. He made it happen the way it happened, you know. And at the end of the day, we don't supposed to be fighting over what color you is and what color. And what happened a long time ago, you know, it wasn't on me. I wasn't a person that got beat back in the days. You know what I mean? I know it was my ancestors and all that, but you know, God said it's better to forgive. If you don't forgive, he ain't gonna forgive, you know. And I'm not gonna blame every white person for what, you know, a lot of white people did to the black people back in the days. You know what I mean? That was just some evil people that did that. And you know, they gonna get what they got coming to them. But for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord, and we gonna forgive. You know, God said 1,000 times 1,000, if I'm not mistaken. You know, because at the end of the day, we all we got. So we more than just talking boxing. We and this boy talking about how good God is. We talking about Mother's Day. I'm telling you, it's all good. You hear me? We gotta stay out the way. And I appreciate y'all for the super chat. We got $1,000 a day. I appreciate it. I'm taking SB to Disney World. No, we don't go to Disney World. We don't mess with Disney World. We don't mess with that Illuminati. We don't throw up devil horns. None of that. You hear me? I had a chance to have Kid Rock bringing me to the ring and Eminem. And people was like, man, that'd have been dope. No. Anybody talking about that Illuminati stuff and, you know, selling their soul? There's a lot of people been mad and listen. It's a dirty game. I'll be on this boy all night. All the stuff I done been through and who I done talked to and what I know. And oh man, I remember 50 Cent tried to manage me. And I told him, no, you are a rapper. You can't be everything. Only God can be everything, you know. And I think Floyd did a good job not signing or doing a deal with 50 Cent because, you know, man, they too much alike. Greed, want it all, gotta have it all, and spoil, and will blaze you. It's a dirty game, champ. Absolutely. It's only one race. The human race. Rodney King Ben said it, man. Can we all just get along? You know, everybody means something. Everybody's life does matter. I'm talking about dogs' lives matter and everything because, you know, just think about if you was a dog. Would you like somebody to kick you? Hashtag dogs us. I love that. I'm the dog of boxing. You hear me? Been a good fighter all my life. And I just thank God that God gave me a career and said, you know, listen, you could do this for free, mess around and get popped or locked up, or you can get paid for it and take care of your family. And, you know, spread the word, how good I am. Not how good I am, but how good he is. And he's so good that I'm still alive. And you still alive. Yeah, appreciate everybody, man. Y'all some real ones, though. Anybody that mess with me, real. Because, look, I'm real. One thing about me, you can say what you want to say. I'm a real one. Yeah, I'm a real one. I never sold my soul. I could have made millions. I'm talking about a lot of millions of dollars. But for what people were trying to get me to do for millions, I'm straight. I'm talking about they want to put my name in all kind of dispensaries and talking about some, we got the K9. K9, I knock you out. This right here. Well, nah, I said, no, we can't do that. You know what I mean? I talked to my pastor. Oh, no, we not about to, you ain't about to be smoking the K9. I turn stuff down, man. You know, if it ain't in my spirit, if God don't approve it, I don't care how much money you got, I'm straight. I don't even want to hear how much money you got if it ain't of God. I'm straight. You can't do any and everything for money. The love of money is the root of all evil. You can like money, but don't do any and everything for it. Trust me. And one thing, you know, that we all got in common is that we all can get money. We all done had money, you know. And money ain't nothing. At the end of the day, you ain't gonna be able to say, God, I got $1 billion. Let me have a place up in heaven. And he gonna look at you like you crazy. Fool, I never knew you. You can't buy your way into the kingdom of heaven. You gotta receive. You gotta get saved. You gotta keep repenting whenever you fall off, because we ain't perfect. You might have a blunt. You might smoke a blunt. And you know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's good, but you know, you gotta pray to stop smoking. You might have a drink. You gotta pray to stop drinking. You know, certain things you just ain't gonna do, but certain things you're gonna go back to doing because the devil gonna be at you all your life trying to get you to do what God said don't do. But you gotta fight him. It's spiritual warfare. You know what I mean? You know that cartoon where it's a devil right here, and it's an angel right here, and the angel like, okay, nah, he keep looking at you. You should, and the angel like, don't do it. You know, because if you do it, you're gonna get kicked out. And devil like, man, forget that. And knock it. You can't. And the angel like, remember what your mama said. And the devil like, dog, what you gonna do? You gonna keep letting this? And you be like, man, what? Now you done got kicked out. Mama done put you out. The devil will use you, ball you up and throw you away. Tefan! Real talk, we in this boy. And why do when cats hit blunts, they just change? You know, this is the average guy on the streets. You know, you see him, he a weed head, you like, what up, K9? What's up, bro? You all right? Cool. Yeah, it's good. What up, my dog? What's happening, nigga? We out here, buddy. Everybody sound like Lil Wayne when they high. They hit that blunt. And you back sober again. Yeah, what up, K9? Nigga, we gotta get money, nigga. We ain't. Everybody just saying this is crazy. That weed is a false reality. I'm telling you, so y'all stay away from that. I mean, if you got medical problems, you know, hey, I ain't the judge. So but me, in my household, I don't do that no more. Over 15 years, I'm done. I don't want no fake reality. I'm gonna be high then right back sober 2 hours later, and I gotta keep chasing to be back the way I was feeling. No, I want to feel the way I feel when I go to sleep, when I wake up, and be the same all the time. I don't want to have to pay to be a certain way. Yeah, they be tripping. Oh, King Wong said, oh yeah, Canelo let him have it. What he had? No. Canelo got beat. Dun, 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 dun. He lost. It's over. Champ talk. Toughing. SB said, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I like weed on vacation. Oh, man. I don't like weed at all. No, not no more. That stuff ain't no joke. It's a different game. Yeah, it's a different game, y'all. Percent. What up, though? Oh, that's right. Death Wish. Yes. Bivol made him pay. You ain't lying. Hit the like button if y'all just not tapping in. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Champ Talk. It's your boy Cornelius K9 Bundrich, the oldest world champion in junior middleweight history. That's right, y'all. We in the history books. So when we talk boxing, y'all should be all ears. Do you hear me? Are you hungry? That's how my boy, hey, DC be like, are you hungry? That boy can cook though. That boy be throwing down. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. It's starting to get past my bedtime. Like I say, man, if y'all new to the channel, you know, we're gonna be tapping in tomorrow. I think we probably gonna go the same time, me and SB, talking about, you know, probably Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, whatever's the big news come tomorrow. Y'all pray for each other, stay out the way, you know. Hashtag dogs of us. You can follow me on Instagram at K9 Boxing. If y'all want to get some of that good merch, see that shirt right there? Boy, you see me? You know, y'all can go to www.k9boxingfitness.com. But yeah, man. Appreciate all the love, man. Like I say, subscribe to the channel, man. You know, we're gonna bring y'all good content every time. And yeah, I got a bunch of new videos I'm about to put out here. I got a lot of big stuff I got that I'm about to really do. I'm at a different gym now. Y'all come holler at me at Jab's Gym. We turn it up, me and my cousin. We about to take over the world. You know what I mean? So appreciate everybody on the live. You know, prayers up for my dog, Stevie J, who lost his brother. Prayers up for anybody on the live that lost their brother, cousin, mother, auntie that's grieving. Don't get a devil his way. You know, hold your head up, man. Hey, deal with it in a positive way. Don't drink yourself away. You know, appreciate y'all, man. Stay strong. I ain't talking about with the muscles either. You know what I mean? We going the biggest muscle you want to have is the one up there. Yeah, we back on this boy tomorrow. SB. Let me see. I might tap back in this boy again tomorrow, probably early on. But hit your notifications, and you hit the notifications, it's gonna let you know exactly when I'm on this boy. You hear me? Yeah, for shizzle. Yep. All right, y'all. Good night. Appreciate y'all. Till tomorrow. I see y'all. Hit the like button. Good night. Cheers.